Hey everyone, welcome back to Secrets of the Fall here on Erin. I don't know why I always make the announcements kind of like, welcome to It just is. So we're also welcoming back Kevin from vacay. Missed a little bunch, but hopefully someone over here will be able to give us a little bit of an update as to the as what has transpired over the past 2 episodes.
I got it.
There you go.
Always.
Give us the synopsis, my love.
Aaron's
All
like,
right.
I'm too old for these games.
I did this game yesterday, so.
I know we're kind of like
it was a callback.
All right, so in Rin's village, we earned 60 gold pieces total. Alvin goes to buy the goggles and borrows 10 gold pieces from everyone. Sorry, Karl. Aldred and Alvin desperately and successfully fashion a hook hand for Zora. Tess tells the story of the Lady of the Lake for all the villagers. They seemed very concerned to help Tess with her wounds. Party goes back to Svar's home for dinner. He's a bit of a hoarder, but it works for him. He passes the vibe check in terms of aesthetics. A bunch of...
I'm sorry.
A bunch of like really cool shits in his house. He just starts gifting people things, including Aldred getting a glass of vial of water where it can grant you the ability to walk on water, which is for Aldred. Also for Aldred, oil substance that helps his weapons hit better. Zora has a cool tablet with a rune on it that'll give a boost to stealth. Forgot I had that. Alvin gets a cool vial that makes it's a cognitive mutagen. Tess walks back in at this point. Does not receive anything. Sorry, Tess. Rin was down by the river while she was there. He seemed very busy. There is another glass vial gilded with wire, has the ability to sharpen a blade temporarily for 1 minute, given to Aldred. Orange crystal goes on top of Frenell's head a la Frustrated Sims style, and it's an orange ion stone. They start talking about the black ooze in the jars. Tess takes hers out, but the jar is cracked and empty. Uh-oh. Svars grabs a wooden shaft that was snapped at the end, but it's a very sculpted piece, about 5 foot long. It's called the Staff of the Fallen Star. Alvin takes it and promises to give it to Karl when he returns. However, he fails a will save, recalls everything from when he touches the runes, but then figures out the staff helps protect against the bad stuff, gives you +2 will saves. Svars goes back to telling stories, tells Aldred to keep them safe because Aldred is now our mother, tells Tess to stop dying. He says Nuvrus, and when Tess asks
Nuvrus, yeah.
Yes, when Tess asks what that means, he says red sails and he leaves very mysteriously into the sunset. Rin arrives and says he acquired a riverboat, and they go to the dock, and Frenell very sweetly left a tea blend for Svars to inspire joy and potentially longer life, and also left her address to her home for him and some gold to replace the garlic she replaced. Alla stole, and they named the boat the Svars.
Purchased. That's what the money was for.
And they named the boat the Svars. The crew goes downriver. Rin explains that you are to placate the river spirits according to how he was raised. There was an old man or a woman or a spirit in the river who would lure people into the water. His friend once returned from the river soaking wet, but his clothing changed. 10 years prior to that, another child went into the river and disappeared. When his friend fell into the river, he was wearing the clothes of the child.
Can I just say that part was so confusing for Alvin?
Yeah.
So confusing.
I know, because he was always like, what about the clothes?
Yeah.
He says you have to appease the river spirit to cross. After the final hour, they bank and reach a campsite. Nighttime comes. Quiet, warmer, peaceful. They've traveled about 72 miles for those following along. There is balsam in the air, local flora, and Alvin learns that he enjoys tea. Frenell notices that Alvin has walls dropping. Aldred is really enjoying Alvin's company. He thinks he's hilarious. Tess is beginning to feel more like she is a crew again, and everybody has each other's backs. There's a woman, Ariane, not human. Ariane, I think. She's not human. She wanted to become human. No one believed in sharing outside of the village. She worked hard to be accepted. They didn't accept her.
No,
Rin
this
did.
was Rin's story, right? That he was telling around. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a story Rin is telling, and unfortunately the village killed her for being different. Zora understands the girl's plight. Rin says that the village of humans were worse than their Ruxi and Shishorish Kill. Alvin describes a sickness that hits the city when he was an apprentice. His master started making healing potions, but no more inventions or parties. Many people died. Alvin left, took some odd jobs. He became an alchemist because he was good with numbers and figures, mixing chemicals, etc. Never really thought about the why. Alvin asks Frenell if she would fly away if she was an eagle, and she says no. And then there's the river spirit appears with a riddle. I flow not, yet I'm never still. I'm seen day and night, can reflect but never think. In darkness I lose my light. And it ends up being a reflecting pool is the answer. The boat was hovering from the water, being held by 1,000 hands. They kept getting higher and higher. And when we got the answer right, the hands brought the boat down. The spirit disappeared. And that's where we leave off.
Got that, Kev?
Well, I missed some of it, but at least the oven's no longer running every 5 seconds.
A short version is y'all got a whole bunch of good stuff and came across some really, really weird stuff. And now we begin, I believe it is now day 4 on the 22nd of Night's Fall in the year 944 IC or Imperial calendar. Before we begin the game, I want to say that the closed captioning for some reason is not working. I'm unable to initiate the start sequence. And, new sub, Erin.
Yes.
You got called out. New sub.
New sub. I've been subbed.
Well, thank you.
Whoa.
What?
Oh, okay, cool.
Whoa, hold, whoa, stop.
KJ, did you mean to tip that much?
I think there's an
KJ.
extra 0 on there.
KJ?
What?
Just checking. We're just checking.
Did you mean to do that? Are you?
You know what? Just PM us privately if
Yeah,
it was a mistake.
let me know because
Yeah.
I will immediately. Yes, you did.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Yeah.
KJ, Raffle. Fuck.
So KJ, you're now the DM.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, you know what? I'll just move
So
this
whatever
over
you
here.
want to happen is going to happen in the adventure,
Yeah, I'm
basically.
just
You are
gonna
the-
give you
you
the
are the
camera. There you
dweller
go.
mother.
Go ahead. Whatever you want now.
Yeah. Hey, remember that combat you were hinting at, Steve?
Nope.
Guess we're not going to have it.
No, I guess we're not. It's just Apple. Fuck. All y'all. Jesus Christ, I am not prepared for this.
Aldred, you know how you said you were going to be the party mother? It is now KJ. I'm sorry.
All y'all can abdicate. Wait, KJ's the new queen here. The KJ, you are amazing. $70. Holy shit.
Thank you.
That is, yeah. You see this guy? New camera for this one here. So,
I
thank
keep
you.
forgetting to ask Zero about that.
We'll discuss it offline, but thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
And fucking Kevin, oh y'all, stop! Shit, we're not gonna get anywhere. We're here to play a game, damn it, not spend money. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for keeping the torch.
Oh,
lit,
yeah. Thanks for the
seriously.
gift, whoever gave that to me. That's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, somebody gave.
Rob.
Oh, that was Raffle.
Shouldn't there be a hype train?
There, not yet. No, there needs to be 3 people.
There was.
But,
Oh, but the first one wasn't through Twitch. Okay, I see.
yeah, no, that's yay. Happy friends. Oh my god. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Everyone here is to see a stream about Seekers of the Fall. So that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to continue this. If we do get a hype train, just understand you have the ability to influence the game with modifiers, and I believe it is 3 people with individual, like one minimum 100-bit thingies or something like that, and or I don't believe resubs count, so that could be why it's not happening. But it's not a worry. The game is not designed to take these things into consideration. So it's not a necessity, and it's instead just always a bonus. So guys, thank you so much for this. Really, really appreciate it. Having said that, the river beckons. You guys have been traveling now for quite some time, and last night you had a little bit of an encounter. Thessalia and Aldred have now woken up in the ship early, about 5:30 in the morning is when the sun is about to rise. And so the light, and circadian rhythms and blah, blah, blah. With that, peaceful snores are around the fire, which is now just a smoldering bunch of coals. Remnants of food from last night still on the fire, some of it slightly charred, other bits, remnants left over, and everyone is sated. Make sure that everyone here has a long rest, that your hero points are reset back to 1, and because of this absolutely amazing donation, let's get you a bonus where everyone is back up at full hit points.
And right-click on fatigued if you're fatigued after your long rest because of armor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Remember, Foundry will take that into consideration. Are you wearing armor? Yes. Did you rest? Yes. Well, you're now fatigued because you slept like shit. Because, I'm sorry, steel does not a good pillow make.
You say that.
Weird people sleep in jeans. Yeah.
I've fallen
What's wrong with
asleep.
that? I worked at a rent fair for 28 years. What's wrong with sleeping in jeans? What are you saying?
Also that.
Yeah, Kevin,
woke up
back
fatigued.
me up here, Kev.
Nah, man, I chafe a lot. I can't do anything.
Damn you, villain! So, with that, everyone is woken up, and it's actually peaceful, and it is wonderful out. There is a slight crispness in the air. Condensation, dew has formed on nearby plants, giving the entire area a little bit of a glimmer, and the more the sun comes down on it, the whole area simply comes to life with a vibrant green, something very different than just several days past. As I said before, it's now the 22nd of Nightfall, 9:44 IC, about 5:30 in the morning. This is your world. Take it over from here.
Yeah, Tess probably wakes up and just does big stretch. And just kind of stands on the boat and just looks very content and looks over at Aldred and well, that was the best sleep I've had in months. How about you?
I agree, and I'm actually looking at the map, studying it while we're getting up for the morning.
Oh, perfect. I will do some prayers by the riverside for safer travels than yesterday. Don't want a repeat of last night if we can help it.
As you step foot closer to the river, of course, it's now flowing. You are currently on the eastern bank, which means it's, of course, flowing from your left down to the right. When you take a look, you can see a small leaf on the left-hand side, just as you begin your prayers, kind of wheedling its way along the bank, bouncing off of a small rock here and there. And it comes to stop right before you in a small little eddy created by just a couple of rocks that you just happen to have come across.
Yeah, she will, look at that and just very gingerly place a silver on the leaf like it's a teeny tiny little boat. She's expecting it to sink, but it's humorous a little bit to her.
As it turns out, the leaf is curled up in all the right areas, and with the additional weight, it does get a little bit of a draft down under the surface, and with that additional weight, kind of changes the dynamics. It hits another rock just downstream, just ever so slightly, and begins to spin off, carrying your silver piece further downriver. Apparently, the river has accepted it.
Yeah, she kind of just sits by the riverside and watches it sail off into the distance and just kind of, slowly, carefully gets up, dusts herself off, and she has a shit-eating grin on her face. She is taking this as a good portent.
What was that?
Well, I think that the Adai have our back today, and today will be a peaceful day of travel, as long as we avoid bumping into rocks.
At the word peaceful, Alvin jerks awake. Dear God, I've got it! And he runs and he grabs his formula book and starts scribbling furiously. He's wide awake, like, just super awake.
You got what, Alvin?
I finally figured out how to get rid of those goddamn ghosts that keep coming out of the river.
And on ghosts in the river, that's when Carl's gonna wake up. What are we doing?
We're building a bomb, baby. A ghost bomb.
Oh, so we're gonna start blowing up ghosts now?
No. What do ghosts hate?
I guess bombs? I don't know.
Salt. Ghosts hate salt. It's brilliant.
Carl, can I have a religion check, please?
Religion check, you got it.
Thanks.
Frenell is trying really hard to like sleep through this.
What is up?
Rolling. Mm-hmm. I believe it. Yep, salt. That works.
They hate it, right?
Sounds good to me. I mean, like, I haven't tested it. Usually I go with a nice iron, but salt, yeah, why not?
Oh, well, put some iron in there too. That's not a bad idea, Carl. And I've begun the mixing phase where I'm actually beginning to just mix small quantities together and observe them. Of course, with my goggles.
Of course, with the goggles. Yeah.
Of course, with the goggles.
Right. Well, I suppose we should start packing up and getting everything ready to go. We've got a beautiful day of traveling down the river ahead of us.
Yeah, and a ghost-free night if all goes well. Woof.
Well, we'll see about that. Yeah, and Tess will just kind of like go over to Frenell, Zora, and Ren and just like gently like shake them awake and just, all right, good morning. We need to get up and get going.
Rin kind of like just grabs what little blanket he afforded himself, rolls over, but after a couple of minutes of he gets up.
You could have stayed asleep. We would have just carried you onto the boat.
Then why'd you wake me up?
Well, it's better if you walk on your own 2 feet and help pack up camping.
Make up your mind. Which am I doing?
Would have been much more pleasant to have me cradle you onto the ship.
I hand Rin a cup of coffee and I say, "Ghost bomb."
He gets up on his elbows, looks over at Alvin for a second, looks back at Aldred. Yes. Then reaches over for the coffee and kind of pushes off. Starts breaking down his camp, takes some of the coffee and... What is this?
No, that's just coffee. What I'm working on.
Yes, what is this? This is mud.
Yes.
It puts hair on the chest.
It is hot water strewn through beans. It's hot bean water. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. He breaks down camp.
Frenell sees this exchange and just kind of like walks up beside Ren and just kind of like puts her arm out and like, hey, and hands him a mug of tea. You like this better.
Don't let Alvin see.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's like, well, like, actually, instead of a mug, you poured it out. She pulls out like a little flask.
It's like...
Yeah.
Zora covers up the tracks of the spilled coffee.
Roll for coffee tracking.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Nothing. So
I was gonna say if it's stealth, it's you.
No.
Alvin begins to be suspicious.
So,
No.
Alvin, tell me more about this ghost bomb.
Well, so I was falling asleep, and I had a dream. It was like last night, but this time, instead of having to answer a riddle, I had a bomb that blew up ghosts.
Fascinating.
Ghost bomb.
Do alchemists usually work on the assumption of dreams being a viable method? Okay, you know what? That makes sense. It's very early. It's very early.
Zora, I don't think you
No.
understand.
No, I don't.
It's a ghost bomb.
Alvin, I would caution against using this against the river spirits here.
Speaking of river spirits, I'm going to make some spirits of the river and refill this.
Have fun.
Did he?
You know,
just say
he
he's
doesn't
going
need to
to
say
drink
that.
His own piss.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard as well.
He says that every single time he goes to pee. It's really weird.
Is-
Good thing he
took
pays
very
well.
different things away from that conversation. But
Yeah.
anyway, on track. Alvin, I would strongly caution against using your ghost bomb against the river spirits. We don't want to anger them.
No,
Be honest,
we
more likely you are to hurt us than the spirits with, explosives.
Alvin puts down the flask that he was swirling. I have yet to blow any of you up.
why is there battle music?
Because he's about to blow us up.
Rin just, apparently tabletop audio just recognized the danger with Alvin.
It's a sneak attack.
He goes, I have yet to blow any of you up.
I love this version of Oppenheimer.
Like instantly goes over to a tree and just like starts like asking for forgiveness for Alvin. Like, don't worry, we're about to leave. Don't worry, you're safe. You're safe. Don't attack.
All is good. All is well.
But as a last resort, if we can't figure out their riddle or whatever, and it comes to combat, then by all means use it, but not as a first resort, please.
Or even
Okay.
second.
Yeah, that's fair. I gotta give the ghosts a fighting chance.
Well, they're not ghosts so much as river spirits. And we are essentially trespassing in their home.
Thank you, Victor.
They are simply trying to protect themselves and protect the waters. We should
Yes.
respect that as much as...
Yeah. No, I got you. I hear you, but counterpoint. If they try to murder us, then we murder them first, right?
Why,
Ideally, yes,
why do you
but-
think you're going to be murdered by a ghost, Alvin?
I don't know.
I don't think.
Usually the haunting moans that make people think ghosts are there to kill them, but sometimes they're just warning you against things.
That was just Ren sleeping. There,
Sorry.
you're okay, Alvin.
I guess that story really spooked me. You know, the one about the clothes?
Thessalia, are we ready?
I do believe we're about ready. Everybody got their stuff on the boat.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
shotgun.
All right. Yeah, and then I guess between Aldred and Tess, we'll push off and get going.
And off you go with the conversation can continue. If anything happens, I will let you know, but we're going to start running the clock in Foundry. Yep.
Hey, Aldred, do you know any sea shanties or her songs?
I'd have to think about it. I don't know. Nothing that I'm comfortable singing right now.
Yeah,
Fair enough, it is pretty early.
Light company.
And especially with spirits around, you do not want to draw too much attention.
No, I think Rin said that. No, he did. You're right. He said that they're attracted to the living and the songs and the warmth.
Yes.
I too
See?
am attracted to living and warmth.
Oh, you might be a ghost.
I like rub my shedding eyeball on the top of the boat.
Frenell just grabs your hand and produces flame just to like warm you up a little bit, just in case.
Right, Frenell, right here. I take your hand, like right against my eye, like it starts to cook a little bit.
Apparently, it's Brendan's like, hold on for a second, pull over, goes off on shore, gets a rock, puts it in the bow of the ship, heat that thing up. Zora, sit on it.
Thank Nordaga. Oh, this is lovely.
Got a
And
heat
I,
stone.
Komodo style it up against it, like, by the way, I know a song from Tearful Brig. It's an old song. It goes like this. 99 bottles of memories on the wall, 99 bottles of memories. Take
Crossover.
I have never heard that song. Maybe you'll have to teach me all the lyrics one day.
Nor will you for another 1,000 years. So.
or another 5 days branching out.
But a bunch.
Anyways, Zora is now on the rock.
Frenell's just like leaning back, drinking her tea, keeping the hand on the rock just to keep it warm.
Yes.
Enjoying the day, kind of just like looking out at the water and the
It really, yeah, it's really, really nice out. It truly is a beautiful day. There's nothing in particular that's wrong with it, which is all the more reason for me to fuck it up. So, you're going down the river, embarking on your journey once again, and the vast expanse of the water just stretches out before you, and you can see this river just stretching off into the horizon. It seems to be getting wider and wider as small rivulets from the shores join it. Approximately midday or so, you begin to see a very large lake in the distance. The trees have now completely opened up, and you can see over the land. It's just open sky before you. Before you do that, before you get there, though, tummies start rumbling. So I'm kind of curious, how is survival working with you guys? How are you able to subsist? Does everyone have food and water, or what have you?
Well, we just kind of ask you what to roll, and if God smiles on us, we survive.
Well, I'm kind of curious if you have. All right, I mean that's totally fair. So
I imagine that there's some amount of like stopping and like scrounging
sure,
in like the nearby forest and stuff.
yeah, and
Maybe some fishing.
yeah, and that wouldn't be a problem whatsoever. And you can subsist untrained, so that's not an issue. Who is piloting our boat? Who is at the rudder?
Probably me.
Okay, so then that would be Aldred. And Thessalia, you're on bow?
Yep.
Okay. So, Thessalia, give me a perception check if you don't mind.
I do not mind. I'm going to use my hero point.
Already? You may not need to. Well, I mean, if you just did.
Natural one. Oh, wow. Okay. I changed that natural 1 for a natural 2. That is a 6.
Get those bad rolls out now, boys. Let's do this.
We need, like, in Foundry, we need, like, a virtual dice jail. It's like a thing around here, you know?
We need a sad trombone sound effect.
Give me a second. I know for a fact that I have that. I know it for a fact. Either way, the boat continues. Thessalia, what are you doing during this time? While you're out there looking / not looking?
Yeah, given that I'm like looking / not looking, I imagine she is just like standing there, almost like Titanic pose at the bow, but just like just sitting there, just like letting the wind be on her face. When she is looking around, like she does look at the river in front, but she's also like looking off to the sides and, you know, just looking around.
What's on your mind?
It all in. He is currently thinking about the first time he was captaining the Second Ember after her father's funeral and funeral party that lasted for a week. Yeah, so like this is the first time like she's become a captain again.
As the boat goes down, a couple of you see someone on the western bank. That would be the one on your left. No, eastern bank, which would be the one on your left. And looks like just an old human with a fishing pole. It's out there in the water, and it looks like that it's out there far enough. Looks like that the boat is about to run into that line.
Alvin waves high.
The old man kind of looks over and just like really starts waving.
Alvin starts waving back more vigorously.
You guys start hearing a cry of, "Hey, God, Strost!"
Which, by the way, I can understand now, because when we leveled up, I get 3 additional languages because of Gnomish obsession.
I'm going to create a single unique language that only this man takes, just so you can eat up that slot. Thessalia, unfortunately. There you go.
Yeah,
there it is.
Wow.
That's the sound.
I'd like to imagine that like Tess realizes what is happening just like too late and just calls back, Aldred, hard starboard, hard to starboard.
Well, I got to roll to do that.
You just say you do it.
Yeah, no.
It's literally a rudder. You just kind of go like this. you bring it to port, and so that it goes off to starboard. That's all.
All right, that's what we go.
Yeah, so you do that. The ship goes. Aldred, give me a athletics or sailing lore, whichever one you want, whichever's highest. Let's see if you can evade this.
All right. That's a 13.
That'll work. That's not a problem. Yeah, you just kind of go wrench. You just bring it over there. You zerk it. The whole ship, all of you, just the whole boat, just kind of goes. Just starts keeling over to starboard on the right side. While the ship like goes. Meanwhile, this guy's like, it's like pulling it back, and you see as he pulls it back. Oh shit! Big old fucking fish comes out, flies through the air, back down on shore. Give me another sailing lore, or give me a sailing lore again.
This is the best episode of Avatar ever.
21.
And before the ship runs aground, you manage to like go hard port so that it starts coming around. You can hear like rocks and whatnot grinding up against the hull.
Hey, can you pay more attention for me, please?
I'm sorry, Dad.
The ship just kind of like slowly lolls off and starts to like leaning off to the port side and slowly comes to a stop. Ren is like, lunch. Gets up, just like disembarks. Several hours have now passed. Well, what's that?
Zora just asks if we're there.
Are we there yet? Are you actually asking if we're there yet?
I was sleeping this whole time. It's a very comfortable rock.
That's right. You go back on there.
Turn this boat around.
Now
Don't
several.
start asking those questions.
Now that several hours have passed, yeah, you guys can like set up for lunch or anything along those lines. Directly opposite the old man on the other side, who is now collecting a fish.
Yeah, Tess is going to check the boat for damages.
Okay. Yep. Take a look. Looks a little bit scraped up. There's just minor damage. Luckily, it's mostly small pebbles and stuff. It's not any real rocks. There's a couple there, but it'll need repairs in the future. But for now, it should be okay.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of just like dives into the river, comes back up a few seconds later. Don't worry. Boat is still seaworthy or river-worthy, as it may be. I'm sorry, Aldred. I was lost in thought.
I know. It's okay.
Excited, yes, but I know better. I'm a better captain than this.
It's been a while.
Rin kind of stops what he's doing and looks over to Saya with a comment, I'm a better captain than this, and goes right back to setting up camp. Before too long, another fire is set, and some meat from the prior day's catch is on a spit. We can't stay here forever, though. If anybody needs to do anything on shore, now's the time to do it. I imagine that we're going to kick off again before nightfall.
Does anybody have any healing abilities or potions? I'm a little fucked up.
You should be at full.
Oh, okay, never mind. That 15 is not 15.
Yeah, when KJ put it out there before we began the game, I was like, and everyone should be at full.
I thought that was a joke. Okay,
no,
cool.
that was not a joke. that was the new deity of Evandale called KJ. the deity
Cool.
of healing.
Art prompts.
Art prompts.
Yeah, KJ, the deity of healing.
Oh yes, absolutely. Okay.
I add my deity in Foundry.
We'll add that one in there.
Gather his daily preparations and just make his little bag of root magic. Zora, and he'll chuck it at Zora.
She catches it with her tongue. Yes.
Around your neck, protection.
Oh, this is the potpourri thing. Thank you.
Karl, being ever the, well, I don't know if you are or not. Is your character a little bit xenophobic like most Mutfians, or is he opened up a little?
He's like in the middle. He doesn't trust a lot of strange things, though, which leads to him doing a lot of superstitious things.
So you can see that the guy across the river now has a small table in front. He didn't have a table before. Now he has a small table in front of him, and he's now actively descaling the fish and watching everything from across the shore.
What's he looking at?
This guy is torturing that sea animal and staring at us quite intently.
No,
Is he a
Karl.
spy?
No, Karl. No. He's just cleaning the scales off the fish. You got to do it. Well, you don't have to do it before you cook, but it's one method of preparing fish.
Oh, I don't eat seafood. I would not know, but okay, good to know. Why is he staring at us? He might cut himself if he is not looking at the tortured sea animal.
I once had the pleasure of knowing a blind fishmonger, and he could clean a fish faster than anybody else I've ever seen with sight.
He fell all over the boat every time we took him.
Absolutely.
He never found his way around the boat. He was never any good at that. But he could clean the shit out of a fish.
Well, that's good.
Listen, when you're at sea, that is a very important skill to have. But he's probably staring at us because we, well, for one, almost ran into his catch and ruined it, which, judging by the size of that, would have been fucking awful. And we're strangers.
How wide is this river?
It's opened up a little bit. Right now it's about 100 feet, 125 feet wide.
Frenell, maybe you can ask one of your bird friends to carry like some garlic over there to season his fish in a token of neighborly niceness.
Guess I could do that. I was saving the garlic for the vampires.
Oh, that's right. I always forget.
Maybe I guess I could send a small piece. I do have one here, and you see Frenell like rustles in her bag, like pulls out the smallest like clove of garlic possible. Just as a look around, look to see if there's like any birds. Hoping just to see a small one. We don't need like a major favor. And she starts calling out in Druidic, like, little bird, dear bird, is anyone around?
Hey, do you think that old guy knows about the river spirits?
A bird that was coming down hears Alvin talk and immediately starts flitting away again.
So, Zora, unfortunately, the request has been denied.
And then a bird now lands on your shoulder.
Looks over to Alvin. I have this small piece of garlic, and this berry. This berry is for you. But I would really appreciate it if you took this garlic over to that man over there, and I think it's food for him. But you can have this little berry. Thank you, little bird. And just sort of like picks the bird up in her hand and just a little bit to get it to catch flight, and it's just hoping that it does what she's wanting.
Sure. Give me diplomacy to make an impression, please.
Sure.
Cool.
That's adorable.
That really is.
I was this close to catching that bird off your shoulder for lunch.
Oh, Aldred.
11.
Hold on. Did you roll diplomacy or did you roll
I rolled diplomacy.
The action? Yeah, roll your action.
Oh.
Yeah, you can make an impression under the. Oh no, hold on.
Oh, make an impression. Sorry.
No. It's okay. It's actually not. Oh, hold on. Is it under exploration? It is. It's under exploration, but it's the same thing. Encounter. Think of encounter. So there's three types: encounter, exploration, and downtime. Encounter is think combat. Exploration is what we're doing now. That's by and large what you end up doing. So if you don't see it, there you go. That's a little bit better. What'd you get?
Dirty 20.
The bird first gobbles down the berry, kind of looks at you for a second, reaches down into like the collar area, picks out a little worm and carries that off really quick. Does not yet take the garlic bit, and then comes back sans worm, takes the garlic, looks at you, and flips off again. It flips off. It just went. It flips. It flits.
The bird gave her the bird.
It gave you the bird. It flits off across the river, and you can see it just kind of deposits. It just kind of drops. It does a drive-by. Jesus, it does a dive bomb with the garlic, and the old man's like,
calls out Druidic. Thank you, dear bird. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You hear back from across the river, the old man respond in Druidic. You're welcome. Oh, not me. Okay. He goes back to doing what he's doing.
So he just said you're welcome in Druidic. Non-Druids don't know the language. Should we go talk to him? Perhaps. I mean, we could try to yell back and forth, but it might be a little bit more soothing on our vocal cords. I have a lot of tea, but maybe not that much.
He might have important information about the area. He seems to be from around here.
And he did say thank you when he said you're welcome when I said thank you to the bird. So he seems kind.
He's polite. He's a plus.
He said you're welcome when you gave him garlic. I feel like it's supposed to go the other way around, though.
Well, because I said thank you to the little bird. I was saying thank you to the bird for taking the garlic. And I think he just was kind of responding. I don't think the bird was sort of projecting their voice through the man. I think it was the man actually responding. But if he has a very close, I've heard stories of this when some druids who spend a lot of time on their own. I would know in that sense, but a lot of druids that spend a lot of time on their own sometimes come to relate so much to the elements that it can be difficult to tell, self from other. And so maybe for a moment, because the bird was nearby, he truly felt as if he were a part of the bird's life.
That's the wildest thing I've ever heard.
Maybe he can invite. Maybe we should invite him over here. We have a fire, and I don't want to leave it unattended.
We also have a boat.
Does he have a boat?
Does he have a boat?
You don't see any vessels across the way.
So we'd have to pick him up. Okay.
Not technically. I know someone who can walk on water.
Oh, maybe we should save that.
Well, I mean, it would be a very flashy way to make an introduction.
Oh.
What am I supposed to carry him back across?
I could
old enough.
I could also call out and see if he would like to meet with us first.
Oh, that's probably better. Hey, ask him if he knows about the river spirits.
Oh.
Okay. And so Frenell goes back to the edge of the river and calls out, "Hey, mister," and kind of waves. We're just traveling through. Do you have some time to talk with us? Perhaps we'd like to learn a little bit about the area.
He's trying to hear you over this, and he's like, he tries calling back out. It's very far away to hold a conversation.
Okay. It just is sort of I'm not
like
sure,
this.
thumbs up, the affirmative hand gesture that might be read in this.
He goes back and now he's gutting his fish.
Yeah, I'm taking a level of druid.
I don't think he has a boat. I think if we're going to, he couldn't really hear me. It didn't seem to act like he was coming this way. So if we want to talk to him, I think we need to go to him.
You want us to push off the boat to go across the river to bring him back over to our side of the river?
Well, we don't have to bring him all the way over here. We can stay and talk there. And then we can come back later if we want.
Rin, would you like to watch the fire for us? And we'll be back.
I'm watching this right now, and I'm kind of curious how you're going to get a boat to fight against the current to go straight across from shore to shore.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It'll wind up about another 150 or so feet down the river, probably more.
Well, wait a
I
minute.
could potentially write him a letter and see if another bird would take it across. Alvin, you were saying something.
No, that's exactly what I was going to suggest. It's uncanny.
That worries me. She said
It's almost like we're the two smartest people here right now. Just you and me.
That is a bold statement, Alvin.
For now, make sure to get eye contact with everyone else in the party, but says nothing.
That is a bold statement.
I just wink at her.
So perhaps we could write a letter. What should we say in this letter?
Dear old person.
Hello. We are.
No, just tell him we're travelers, and if he wants to stay and chat or chat with us about the area, then we'll figure out a way across. But if not, I don't know.
So ask him if he
Ignore
can
us.
swim.
But in
Can
case he
swim?
can't read, you should draw a picture of all of us happy around a campfire, holding hands.
I think I can figure out a way to make this happen. And for now, quickly gets to writing, but in Druidic again, and sort of is instilling this extra layer that she can't teach you all because it's Druidic, and so that he will he'll be able to understand. She's sort of like betting on this. Yeah.
Ooh, include something about if he has seen anything weird or strange in the area besides us.
Ghosts.
Okay.
And also tell him that if the river spirits ask him to take his clothes off, he should just walk away.
I
Okay.
think
Will do. And she just kind of acts like she's writing for a second.
I feel like Frenell's paper is absolutely scented.
Lavender? Is that lavender?
It's my own special blend. Because of course it's tea. Thessalia.
I
Yeah. You started to say something. Do you think there should be something in this letter?
no.
Okay.
No.
Oh, is that directed to Alvin? Okay. So sort of writes a general letter of, "Hi, kind sir. We're friendly travelers. We hope you enjoyed the garlic. And sort of asking if there's any like major dangers we should be on the lookout. Like it can't be like too much of a letter, but it's like say, hey, feel free to try to send this back if you can speak to birds or whatever, or if you have a way to come over to us, because our vessel will not allow us to cross over, and just hey, we mean well. How you doing? Hope you're well. Thanks. And then say, if for some reason we leave and you have not contacted us yet, have a bird seek out Frenell. And hopefully they'll be able to find me." And I like drop a tiny little like bit of tea, just like a little scent in there.
Okay.
And then,
Alvin has
and then
drawn
kind of
a picture.
Yeah. And then it kind of repeats the process with the bird to have it.
Give me a diplomacy
take
check.
across.
Yeah,
Sure.
give me another one to make an impression with the birdie after you try explaining all this.
Absolutely wrote that down word for word. And
You are so
24.
good. Oh yeah, this bird. In fact, this time you get a raven.
Ooh.
So this big honking like 2 foot long bird, just kind of like lands.
I get a
as, like,
second berry.
like looks at you and just casually lifts up a talon, takes your novelette, just takes it, and just a giant whoosh of wind comes over and lands next to the old guy. It lands right on the table and kind of drops it. And the old man like looks over, reads the scroll, and it's written in Druidic, you said, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Looks back over there, rolls the scroll back up. Makes some preparations. Takes his fish. Shakes his head. Gives it to the raven. The raven picks it up and like carries it back over and dumps it right into the campfire. Rin's like, "Hey, what's raining fish?" And the guy like takes up the table, the 2 legs on the table, or the 2 sets of legs kind of sway a little bit, and he makes a little rocking motion, and all you hear is click, click, takes the table, folds it in half, and it continues to fold it until he just puts it in his pocket, grabs a stool, does the same thing, takes his fishing pole, and you recognize him he's doing something with his hands, and then finally like doing this, and he just lifts up off the ground and starts floating right across the river and lands.
I was secretly hoping that he would have an ability like this to come see us. I couldn't get everybody across, but maybe he could get over here.
Yeah, and he comes down. As he begins to approach, you notice that his clothing is, it's a little bit on the rustic side. But you can tell that this guy's been around a very long time. His skin is well moisturized, but he has tons of wrinkles, like all over the place. And looking at you, you can see that, or rather, you see him in it's browns and greens, some leathers and what have you, but mainly of darker colors. but he also you see like he's got some glyphs and sigils on him that don't seem to be really anything druidic.
Can I take out? I'm sorry. Is Zora here in this moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Everyone is here.
Can Zora wants to take out the sigil, the clay thing that she got? Is
The true name?
Oh yeah, both of those. That and the other one. Do either of those sigils match?
No.
Anything on them?
No. Well, do you remember what the sigils were?
The sigil for the true name was the true.
Yeah,
I guess you would ask him what his name is.
It does not look like that.
Okay, and then the other sigil is for. 1 moment.
Mm-hmm.
The other sigil is boost to stealth. Is there any stealthiness to him? Okay.
No. However,
Perhaps like an academic lore. Would I've read it?
yes.
Would I've seen it?
Yeah, give me something. Let's see what you got on that.
18.
It's an alternate version of the symbol of Nordaga.
Hey, when you say alternate,
So,
like,
yeah,
would I know what that means?
not everyone shares or uses the same symbols in much the same way that there are different alphabets. There are different cultures just have different symbols that represent various deities. This one looks like a stylized version of the two, like the concave and the convex, kind of like two parentheses with a period in the middle of them. That's your standard Western version of the symbol of Nordaga. This one looks almost like there are four symbols with one in the middle, which can be conflated with the symbol of spirit, which is more of an element. You rolled quite well, and it looks like that his glyphs, in the real world example of that would be bind runes, where it's different glyphs or runes that are combined to form a single one. Looks like he's playing a trick. Well, he's taking advantage of the fact that that can happen.
Oh, okay. But I would know this isn't like, this wouldn't be like the Mutvian symbol.
No, it is not. No, it is not a Mutvian symbol.
In terms of like, this isn't like the traditional, because isn't Nordaga Mutvian like patron?
Nordaga is the patron deity of Mutvia.
Deity.
Which is like saying we like gods who demand sacrifice. It's like that.
Yeah, it's like kind of look to Karl and I'm.
Yeah, Karl, give me a perception check or society, whichever one works best for you.
Let's take a look.
It's in a book.
In a book.
Reading Rainbow.
I'm sorry, you said perception, or what was the other one?
Or society, which for you roll with fortune. If you roll society,
I'm gonna do. That's deception, not perception. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be eating a cheeseburger.
Oh, never apologize for that.
Don't talk about food while ROFL is on the stream. You know what happens.
Cheeseburger.
Oh
I'm
my
eating
gosh!
nothing.
How do you roll perception? I'm not
On
seeing
the left hand side.
In the red banner.
Above initiative.
there it is.
Yeah.
Bam. 16.
There is something vaguely familiar about his garments, but the garments themselves don't look, and nothing about him looks distinctly Mutvian. But there is some reminiscence there, and it's kind of difficult to tell. Mind you, he's close to 1,200 miles away from Mutvia by foot. So,
Yeah, but he can fly.
yeah,
Sorry.
but it's Karl that is picking up on this info.
Yeah.
So he comes in and lands. The raven, now that's dropped off the fish, has been circling above, comes and lands on the guy's shoulder as well. what you see is like an older guy. He's a long gray beard. He looks like a fisherman. He's like, his sleeves are rolled up. He's got thin, lithe arms. You can see the muscles from the years of doing this kind of a thing. He's looking at you and he's like, hello, what are you doing here?
Is that in Druidic or?
Yeah, in Druidic.
Hi, we're just travelers. By chance, do you speak Ethereal, just so the rest of our group can understand you? Or another language, perhaps? I can also translate if need be.
Yes, I can speak Ethereal.
Yeah. Are you willing to do that? Is that amenable?
He says in Ethereal.
Okay, cool.
Alvin breaks out the good cheese.
Rin averts his eyes.
No. You know how you have like the cheese that you eat when you're on the road, but then you always have like a little bit of like the good cheese that you save?
Sure.
Okay, I offer him the good cheese.
So this is an auspicious occasion. Hello, strangers. What brings you to this area?
Well, the river and that boat.
All right, that's fair. I am owed this joke. That was good. That was good. Where are you traveling to?
That's a good question. I don't think any of us ever asked Rin where we're headed to.
Huh.
We just assumed that
We're traveling south.
South. All right.
Yeah.
It's a work trip.
Rin is, now that you look back at Rin has his sheathed sword not around his waist, but instead on his lap. It was at his side. Now it's on his lap, and he's tending the fire and now grilling the fish, which literally dropped out of the heavens. And Rin's just listening to the answers, looking back and forth, and once he hears that no information has gone out to this absolute stranger, he goes back to the fish.
What is your name, by the way? I don't believe we've caught it.
Oh, around these parts, I'm known as Eldrin.
Eldrin, I am Karl.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
Aldred, you haven't lost a spellbook recently, within the past several years, have you?
No, I do not use spellbooks.
Oh, okay. Well, we have I just assume all wizards are the same.
I'm not a wizard either, so no. I apologize. I know I use...
my mistake.
No, it's fine. I know I use magic to come over this way, but no, I do not use that.
I was going to say, it's the beard.
It is the beard as long and it's white.
It's giving, though. It's a good beard.
I appreciate that. Nature takes very good care of this. The river. You are not local. I don't mean to pry. This is pristine land, and very
No.
unoccasionally do we ever see anybody in this area.
No, you're not prying. We're the one who intruded on your fishing grounds. And
Hardly.
Sorry.
We had, now we have, speaking of, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out the bulb of garlic. It's like, who does this belong to?
Well, it belongs to you. We saw you making fish and thought it could help flavor.
Yes, but now the fish is on your fire. And he walks over and he's like saying hi to everyone as he walks over and gives it to Rin. And Rin is like, He goes back and starts dicing it. So you are you planning on being here for some time?
No, we're as Zora said, we're on a bit of a work trip and we're heading down south. Now that we're done. We had a bit of a run-in with some river spirits.
They are big around here.
So we're told, and we just wanted, being strangers in this land. We saw you and figured if you'd be willing to just give us the lay of the land, so to speak.
Give me a diplomacy check to make an impression.
Okay.
Anybody can, yeah. As a matter of fact, everyone roll it. Let's see where you are.
Yeah.
Where's the diplomacy checks at?
Under the hand.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
18.
Nice. Okay.
No, that's okay.
12.
Well,
12 as well.
Very cool.
Test at a 19.
Okay. Zora, he seems, you know, like fairly open to you. He's like looking at Zora and Thessalia. Karl, did you roll? Yeah, you did. Yeah, he's like looking at you two, and you two are very far from home.
Indeed.
Just a bit.
Yeah, well, you're heading south. This is good if that's where you're going. Alvin, he's just not interested in talking to you with your 5.
He's
That's
lactose
fair.
intolerant.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's fair. Yeah, this is, let's see, the spirits in this area. You want to know a little bit about something about it. He looks over at Zora, back over to Thessalia. Well, it is. You are here by Nordaga's will. After all, her blood carried you here, so then this is good. I can tell you this much. The lake that you're about heading into does have some things in it. I know the rivers quite well around here. Been here for a little bit. But this particular river, she's like an old friend to me. She gives, she takes, you know. Yeah, it's something. You're asking about spirits, though. The only one that I can tell you about is I wouldn't exactly say it is a spirit, but I would say it is a very large fish. Not a normal fish either, but a fish with scales that showed like gold under the sun. I saw these just a couple of years ago, and I said, "Oh, this must be a gift from the Edai." Yeah. For a while, I had a boat, and I chased the fish for many days, and like using all the tricks that I know. But the fish, no, she was clever. She led me to a place where the river was wide and calm, and just off to the east, further down to the southeast, and where the trees touched the sky, and the birds that sang songs that I had never heard before. This is when I first came into this area, and it was a place of magic. I believed, anyway. I thought, I had hoped anyway. That's why I come to this area. But then the fish, no, she just immediately disappeared. But then I said, you know, I was sad. But then I saw trees that were full of fruit, sweet and juicy, and the ground was rich with herbs and roots, and all good for health and the spirits. And so I stayed there for many days. Yeah, kind of made my home in that area. I thought this would be a good place to settle in with my friend. Live with nature, become one with the river. Typically, I live in other places. But then one day, a big storm came. It's rain and wind and thunder. And I thought, oh, this is it. This is my end. I've seen it all, but this is it. I'm living a magic, and here it comes. But then the storm passed. And in place of where the golden fish disappeared, I found a small chest. Inside, it was not gold or jewels, but an old book. Very impressed. I like this. I used to be a librarian, so I thought this would be good. An old book. Maybe this is an old gift to me. So I took a look at it, and the book spoke of river spirits, of gods and monsters, and of magic and curses and the whole thing. I didn't understand all the words. Some of it appeared in languages which, and I speak many, I did not understand. But then the river had given me another gift, not the fish, but knowledge. And I kept the book safe. Well, I'm old now. And I wander now. And I can't carry everything with me, but at the river, she's still here, giving and taking, and I think maybe one day you'll find your own magical place in the river. So I wish you luck. Receive your own gift.
When was that storm?
Oh, it was, let's see, I got here maybe 5 years ago. So, about 5 years ago.
Is that the same? Is that the timeline? Does that match up with the storm or no? No? Okay, cool.
Yeah, Yeah. If the storm was traveling, it's off by like, you guys have been on the river now for about 3-4 days. Prior to that, about 2 days. So if the storm was traveling, then it probably hit this area first and then brought it up. But if you're talking about the storm that with the meteor, no, that was well ago.
I was talking about the storm.
Oh, that's right. It was 5 years ago. He said, "Never mind."
Yeah, I was talking about the storm with the old man at the mayor of the town. Okay.
That was 2 years ago.
Okay.
So you said you've moved around a lot. Where are you from? I can see your clothes don't look necessarily like you're from here.
Oh, no. I originally come from very far to the southwest. Make my home here and there. And, I mean, honestly, there's a lot in this world to see. So I travel around a bit. It's hard to say where I come from anymore. After all, if you spend more time on the road than you ever did in any one place, where is your home?
I know the feeling quite well.
He looks back at Thessalia and kind of looks down and up. Is that crusted salt there on your hem that was never washed out?
I
know a sailor when I see one. Yeah, I know a sailor when I see one. So, welcome to these parts of the world. But, yeah, hey, listen, why don't we share in this fish? Grim, go, get some more fish! The raven flies off and into the river.
Zora, while he was talking, is checking, like, reading Rin to see if anything that the man was saying comes off as weird or, like, unbelievable.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Would I be able to do the same thing on the man himself?
Absolutely,
Yes,
of course you can. Yeah, by all means.
Also would like to do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
As well.
What'd you get, honey?
13.
Rin.
24.
Okay.
Damn.
Chris.
11.
11. That's not bad.
20.
Okay. Who are you looking at?
The man who's talking to us.
Okay. So Rin at the fire is like poking at the fish while looking at the guy like with an unbreaking gaze. You kind of get the feeling he doesn't trust him, but he hasn't reached for his sword. Now, the way Rin is sitting, since some of you got higher scores, like if you got above a 20, you're able to pick up on these nuances. Rin has his blade right at his waist. Okay, it's spread across his lap, but his hand that he's not poking the fish with is rested on his knee, so it's not on his blade. You're not picking up on an immediate threat that he's perceiving. Instead, he's poking at the fish and just kind of like making sure that's not burning or something. It's not a full-fledged spit, so he's kind of turning it manually. But his gaze is unbroken on the man. As for the man himself, he seems very relaxed, very jovial. You're not noticing a tensing of the muscles. His shoulders are down. He seems in command of himself. And for an older person, he is moving around with a little bit more dexterity than you would expect from such a venerable human.
Alvin is going to skip the insight checks and go straight to the suspicion.
Here it comes.
And
Okay.
but ZNC doesn't really know how to size this fella up. He's gonna say, just sort of float an idea by him as sort of like a litmus test, just see how he reacts. So, what do you think about ghost bombs? And just goes back to tinkering.
Ghost bombs?
Yeah, a bomb that would destroy a ghost. What do you think about it?
He's pensive. He's really curious. Ghost bombs. I've never had the occasion to use a ghost bomb. Typically use cold iron filings, depending upon the spirit. And he looks over at Karl and he's like, "Det går ris för mutvi?" And he's like, and he comes over and extends his hand in a shake gripping wrist and everything like that. And he says to you in Mutvian, "It's been a very long time since I've been home. I'm glad to see another person here, another Mutvi."
It's very good to see you as well. Also in Mutvian.
Your travels are doing well.
So far, so good. Good business, good findings, good knowledge.
Yes, the knowledge in this area is extensive, not like it is back home. This place, there's a lot here to learn. Much of nature in this whole region is untapped, almost the exact opposite of the homeland. But your friends, I feel like I'm being rude to them at this moment, so... And you can tell from his accent...
Is that all in Mutvian?
It is all in Mutvian,
Okay.
yes. And for those of you that have Mutvian as a language, you're picking up that his dialect is northern. So your friends, I don't wish to upset them by speaking in a foreign language, and he switches to Avirial. Therefore, I think we should only speak in Avirial. Unless everyone here speaks Mutvian, he says in Avirial.
No.
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 If you're real, it is there.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to see you again. And he puts his hand on his shoulder, gives you like it's that gaze of longing and recognition, squeezes his shoulder and kind of goes back to where he was standing. So let us see what we have, huh? And now the bird comes over and like drops a still flopping fish and like lands on it and just starts pecking at it until the fish is dead, and then continues to eat without it. It's got dirt all over it. All right, hold on.
That's seasoning.
After a little bit of time, some more fish is caught until everyone is sitting around the campfire eating. If you guys would like to advance the scene some.
Yeah, but Alvin is very careful because he's worried that this man is going to poison them all.
He's not touched the fire nor the food. But he says, yes, so this is like a half hour later of just shooting the shit and talking about stuff. You found out, yeah, he is a traveler. He goes to particular places of Nordaga. He is not a druid, but he has learned druidic from people that he used to travel with. And he's part of an order that looks over various sites.
What kind of sites? What kind of order?
Holy sites for Nordaga. This whole area is pretty much still Nordaga's realm. Civilization exists everywhere, but here the wilds are still the wilds. So sometimes I travel around if I'm lucky enough to stay alive. Huh? He seems to be getting younger the more he's talking.
Do we feel like we're getting older?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, I was worried about this. The first thing I wanted to ask him about was the vampires. Have the vampires been giving you trouble? What am I doing? Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, druids aren't allowed to teach non-druids druidic.
It was the language of our order. I would not call myself a druid, but let's say that I have a connection to that primal energy of Nordaga.
What's the
And
order?
so
Oh, I'm
What-
sorry for now.
I was gonna name an order and ask. So that question.
Yeah,
works as well.
don't tell us what you're thinking. Roleplay it.
Yeah. Frenell's kind of like digging into her like druidic knowledge. But here's Zorus start to speak. Go ahead, Zora.
I'm very curious of the name of the order that would be looking over such relics.
There were several relics.
Holy sites. I place value in locations as well, so.
Sure. There were several that were around at the time. The most recent one That one was Mountains Grove. That one had some druids, but they're not the one who had given me anything. Are you a druid? You're picking up on the fact that he seems hesitant to give out druidic order names.
No, I'm just curious minds. I'm a treasure seeker by trade, and I like to learn these things.
Mm-hmm. Well, none of these places have any kind of a treasure that anybody would want to claim.
Frenell asked a druidic. I'm a druid. What was the name of the order?
Oh, then he switches back to druidic, and he says, of those that I'm able to remember, there was the Circle of the Whispering Pines, the Sylvan Sentinels. There was a Moonlit Glade some 10 years ago. Before that, I want to say it was the Stonebark Brotherhood, and then there was the Circle of the Celestial Bear. The Eldritch Enclave, that was an interesting one. They were more academic than actual practicing. But the Order of the Tempest Embrace, those are the ones that you're going to have to watch out for in this area. Their worship of storm seems to be more of the darker side of nature, and it's not my thing, so I did not spend too much time with them. The Luminous Fern Fellowship, they were kind. They were more down in the Tearful Brag area. Galewind Guardian, Circle of the Dawnfire Phoenix, Order of the Sacred Springs, Mistwoods, the Mystics, Circle of the Twilight Owl, the Emberbloom Elders, mainly Arboreals. That was interesting, listening to their language and just trying to learn that language. Sunspire Seekers, the Tidal Serpent, Shadow Star Sewers, Ethereal Elk, Verdant Green. There's been several out there.
As these names are happening, I wonder if Frenell would know if these orders still exist.
Give me...
Or if some bad thing has happened.
Yeah, if they're all not existent now. Give me a society check with fortune.
While it's happening...
Or what about academic lore? Could that be?
These would be. I wouldn't classify these as academia.
Or nature.
I would say that this you can go with nature, but these are
it's a plus 10 versus a plus 2.
I understand that, but these are societies you're asking about. You're not asking about how trees fuck. So slight difference.
Yeah. Y'all don't want to know.
Well, not yet.
No, I do want to know now.
They got one.
Yeah.
While that happens,
I'm paying attention.
Thessalia and whisper I don't like how much he talks.
I mean, the lad's been out traveling, presumably alone, for quite some time. I think he's just a little overexcited.
15.
And that was society?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you definitely have heard of some of these. The ones that are in the Tearful Brig area, like Eldritch Enclave, etc., Dawnfire Phoenix, those are some of the more recent ones that they started up maybe 30 years ago. The others you've heard of, and some of them are freaking ancient. Like Verdant Dawn has been around for... It's been around for like 1,500 years. It's one of the oldest ones in the area.
And they are, and I would know that they're still booming. They're happy. They're alive.
Yeah. He didn't go around on on the circuit of serial killing. No.
Sure. Okay.
He may have killed some grains, but it wasn't serial killing.
Sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really quick, what was the Tempest one? I started writing it down, but there were so many.
Oh, yeah, sure. So, wow. The Tempest one is Order of the Tempest's Embrace.
Thank you. That's the one to watch out for. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you reading the wiki? You
Me?
said all of that.
Me?
Yeah.
How dare he has the wiki memorized?
No, I don't. No, I do not. I have to refer to the fucking wiki that the fan base created to get all my shit straight. I don't remember any of this. You guys remember this. I don't remember this.
Alvin all this time has been roasting a nice chunk of garlic in the fire to get it ever so slightly caramelized, just really sort of jammy and sweet. And he then offers a clove to the stranger as a kind of dessert.
Yeah, he'll take it. I don't normally eat raw garlic, but
this has been cooked though.
Oh, this is roasted garlic. Oh, he takes it and he like squeezes it out. Or
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, it just pops it right in his mouth. This is so good. Thank you very much. That was, it's got a nice salt. Did you add salt to it?
Very little, but yes.
It brings out the flavor, the smokiness. This is good and creamy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's just basic alchemy, but
You are an alchemist?
you are very perceptive, sir.
You actually, you said it. This is alchemy, so.
Yes, and you listened. Touche.
He looks back at Thessalia and Zora, with whom he seems to have built up more of a rapport.
A swing and a miss.
Well, you mentioned the salt on my on the hems.
Yeah.
Well, I hail from, well, speaking of being far from home, I was born in the seas southwest of Aegil.
Oh.
On the deck of a ship.
That's quite far away.
He was there for it, and I hook a thumb over at Aldred.
It's no bigger today than the day he was born. He was born.
That's not true. I'm a little bit bigger.
Pretty accurate, actually.
Yes, go on.
No, I just, where exactly are you from?
I was born in what is now known as Mutvia.
What do you mean now known as Mutvia?
No, Mutvia is the country itself has been, or the land itself has been there since the beginning of time, of course, but, Mutvia itself has undergone a tremendous amount of change. It wasn't always called Mutvia, and just recently things started to change over there. I mean, you had, there was, the peasant war was only 300 years ago. Before that, immediately before that, you had the Libertane War. And the Mutvia itself, many of the principalities hadn't. And Karl, what he's saying is true. There's Mutvia in recent, like only 20 years ago, southern Mutvia started to show a schism that started to separate some of Mutvi tradition with the traditions that were brought in from Avirian settlers into the area. And a new noble house was created like 20 years ago, House Maristev, in 924. So we're beginning to see that, and even now, there was a recent massacre that took place down in the south, and you know, let's see, Karl, when were you born? Do you know? Like how old is Karl?
Karl is in his late 30s.
Late 30s, already. So, yeah, you're looking at like when you were a child. Do you remember hearing stories of this? And over the course of your lifetime, depending on when you left Mutvia to come this way, you know that land has seen some rather drastic changes down in the south, and that area House Maristev refuses to call Mutvia, and the Mutvians are upset as fuck at that. They don't like that at all. So there's already war between various other noble houses which are staunch Mutvi and House Maristev. So the land has begun to see some change.
If you do not mind my asking, how old are you?
I've seen my days. I've seen my days. I'm much older than I look. I'm not going to lie, but I wouldn't be able to tell you how long. It's longer than all of you added up. This much I can tell you.
Well, that's not fair. I'm just over 18, so.
As well, I mean, it contributes. And you look might fair for 15.
18.
18, sorry.
Thank you
sorry.
very much.
The mind is starting to go. Things are changing a little bit.
Clearly.
He kind of like looks back at Thessalia with the clearly comment, and brushes past it. Listen, you were asking about spirits. I've absorbed this knowledge for a very long time now. Well, why don't... Here, hold on. He reaches in his back. He has a satchel with him, a typical traveler's type of clothing. He pulls out like it's a fish and pulls out another fish, and then reaches in, and his arm goes way the fuck in, and then it pulls back out, and he's like, he pulls out a book. It looks at the spine. No, the wrong button. Hold on. Pulls back in and pulls out one. Here. Which of you is your academic?
That would be Frenell.
And hands it over.
And then I also kind of like gesture to Karl, who has walked away to pee behind the tree.
See, Rin, you don't always need to announce it.
Rin's like goes back and starts eating some fish. He hands you a book called The River's Whispers, Tales and Teachings.
She takes it. What language is it written in?
Avirial.
Avirial.
But there is some additional... It seems to be an older version of Avirial, but nonetheless.
She takes it and opens and sort of kind of like looks at it. Is there something specifically that you wanted me to read right now?
Well, it seems that we are all friends in knowledge and lore, and this is something that I am very keen on sharing. So I thought that maybe you would be able to benefit from the treasures that I found. This is the book in the small chest.
Oh, thank you very much. You said earlier that you came to this area looking for magics. I'm curious, what could you tell me more about what about this area you were really looking for?
Yes, absolutely. It was holy areas dedicated to Nordaga, just here to the east. And he points up beyond the river. Now, keep in mind, you guys are in a valley. And it's like an old glacial valley, and the river just taking advantage of that. And so you are literally surrounded by snow-capped mountains on either side. Though, as you look off in the distance, you can see the snow kind of has dwindled off as the altitude drops of the mountains. He's like pointing up there. He goes, in these mountains far to this area in the north, there is an old glade there in between two peaks, completely snow-covered. But if you spend a little bit of time and you dig out the stone carvings in here, you'll be able to find some of the worship areas of the original people of over here. The giants who further moved all the way to the east used to reside here in these mountains, and there you'll find some precious lore in the areas where Nordaga was actively worshipped and is no longer. Just because many people have forgotten about it or carried their customs with them and traveled elsewhere. So I try to revive
heard that some of them still worship Cryosera.
Well, Cryosera is not... that is not Nordaga at all. That is a deity of evil who seeks to, under the guise of survival, which is under the auspice of Nordaga, Cryosera seeks suffering in the name of survival. This is Chrysira's teachings are more like, let me take this heated dagger, stick it inside of you, and if you can survive it, then I will then pat you on the back and walk away. That is not the teachings of Nordaga. He seems incensed
Frenell turns
at
and
that
looks at
knowledge.
Alvin and says, he's right.
Yeah.
Have you come across somebody who worships Chrysira?
Oh, a few. Hey, did you catch that meteor shower the other day? That's pretty wacky.
I was gonna ask. Literally what I was gonna say.
No, I'm on it.
Zora's
I'm
like,
on it.
yes.
Yeah, you're picking up what I'm laying down for sure.
I have seen this, yes.
Really,
does
some of them
Nordaga make
landed
of
pretty
that?
close.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Sorry.
What does Nordaga make of that?
I don't know. I am not the cleric of Nordaga. I'm not the druid.
It was more of a tongue-in-cheek. What do you think of that?
I'll let you know once I'm Nordaga. The meteor storm itself is... There are things about it that I don't particularly trust. It brings something with it. And what, I do not know, but... It is not of this world. At all.
Go on.
I think it becomes very apparent. One of them, just several nights ago, landed here to the southeast. I couldn't find it. It landed amongst the mountains. Others were called to it. I found a small village on the other side of the mountains. I traveled. It took about 2.5 weeks to get there over the mountains. My friend, he points to the raven. My friend was the one who reported most of the findings. Grim is usually pretty good with the recollection.
Zora, is everything all right?
Yes, it's fine. Sorry, that was nope, everything's fine.
Does Erin need a break?
No.
I think, you know what? Look, we're gonna take 5 real quick. We will be right back. Welcome back.
That's not how that word works. but okay.
You're right. I'm so glad you caught that, Apple. Thank you. I used epistemologically wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, we are back. So,
Hi.
where were we?
Zora was having an out-of-body moment.
Okay.
She's fine now.
Okay, good.
Zora read a book somewhere. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
The Tales of Grimm.
So we can't see you, by the
Just
way.
you, yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
so yeah, what these things represent, it is never good.
Yeah, it just so happens that, I'm sorry, you said it was the southeast of here? Do you know what happened to the town?
Town? No, I didn't hit a town. I'd hit the
No?
mountains. And then people come from a town and do something with it and took it back. Well, so Grim says. I didn't go investigate. I'm not interested in people so much.
Oh, we're very interested in people. You could say that it's sort of a professional, well, let's just say it's, meteors are dangerous and we don't like them.
Is there a particular reason?
Yes.
Okay.
I think what our little friend, our socially awkward friend, is trying to say is that we had a couple close bouts with those meteors, and we were just wondering if everyone is okay, and particularly if there's anyone in need of our assistance or help in any way, and I'm looking at everybody like, right?
The meteors spread corruption.
We've seen a black ooze come out of them and leap down the throats of people.
Frenell just raises her hand and just like...
Then this is not good. You're saying that those are bringing things to us.
What things not of Nordaga, as you said.
This I knew, but I was not aware that there was something inside of it. Now I'm curious what it is that they wanted with it.
What does Rin look like right now?
Rin has stopped, and his face is now listening to everything, listening for all the little subtlety. You kind of picked this up as you gotten to know him. He can remain quiet in a corner somewhere and just listen to everyone blab on, and free information, doesn't have to pay anyone. He's doing that.
We don't know what these meteors want or what the insides of them want, but all we know is that wherever they land, corruption of some flavor spreads.
How many of you come across? He's eating fish.
More than we would have liked.
2.
Are they sentient? Do they have a mind of their own?
They are.
I fear so,
Passion.
yes.
I hesitate to call it sentience in the classical sense, but
A rock is
There's-
sentient, like an elemental. Then
Not an element that we've ever come across. I am sort of experienced with the elements. This is not one of the 8.
Frenell just like chuckles when he says spirits with elements. Like,
he perks up. You know about the 8 elements, then? All right.
Doesn't every alchemist?
You'd be surprised.
It's a basic theory.
Then if you tell me where you will be in 2 days' time, I'll send my friend to go scouting, not put anyone in danger. See if he picks up anything and comes back. And then maybe we will find something. But this concerns me. I wasn't aware that they are alive in a way. What evidence do you have? You said that there was a black ooze. Is it the ooze that is sentient or the rock itself?
I wish we knew. We think the ooze it appeared to act intelligently. It's seemed to seek things in this world, on this plane, and if you're interested in preserving Nordaga's will, these meteors are not a friend to you.
they appear to seek out powerful magics and artifacts. And itself.
The meteors do?
This ooze.
Within the meteors?
Aye.
He looks over at Karl and says in Mutvian, are we looking at a corruption of land with this? Like blood corruption, like what we see back home?
And he'll just say it in Avirial. The ground around this area does seem to have something happening to it, sort of heat. And was there anything else we found in the ground around the last meteorite that I might be forgetting?
So we took samples from. Yeah, we took samples from the first one. There was definitely corruption.
Show the sample.
I left them back in the lab like this was months ago. I don't carry soil samples with me everywhere.
It's rich in
Karl.
iron. It's rich in iron.
Rin.
Something slowed down the meteor too.
Rin. At the mention of lab. The old man.
How old does he look now,
The same.
by the way? Okay, so he hasn't been getting younger this whole time.
Looks the same.
Okay.
Fucking Rip Van Winkle.
The old after Rin cleared his throat, the old man looks over at Rin. This is a sensitive talk, Big. I can respect that.
If you're familiar with... Oh, shit, that's metagaming. Never mind. Ignore me. I was about to drop some knowledge about the Whispering Pines.
Keep it in character.
No, I wouldn't know about it in character.
Exactly. Keep it in character, which means continue.
Yeah.
It
Ugh.
is a sensitive topic, and Tess is gonna kind of like turn halfway to Rin and say, "But if you can help us and not hinder us, we will take what help we can get."
There are certain things that I can do to an area and the creatures within it that can bring the land back to life. That is what I am interested in. The things that come here from the sky and everything else, I don't know if there's anything that I would be able to do. But this cannot be. This cannot be. This cannot be at all. And he shoots a glance over at Frenell. If you are an agent of Nordaga, he says in Averial, then you understand how important this is. If this is corrupting the land, this is not going to be good for any of us.
Yeah, of course. And like we said before, when we got closer, or as we sort of skirted around a little bit before, as we were getting closer to the meteors, yeah, it's definitely not of Nordaga. There was no trace of Nordaga within any of the area.
I understand.
When we looked at it, when we tried to discern its color using different lenses, all we could see is the deep vastness of space and the twinkling of stars.
Hey, this...
You seem quite well read. That's I would feel more comfortable telling you more of our purpose if perhaps you were bound by some oath. But
I am bound by an oath.
Bound by an oath that would protect our employer.
My oath does not protect people. It protects the information that people once wrote down.
I see. I've often believed that the civilizations that we have lost, they knew great things.
Yeah.
And it's a great shame that we succumb to plague and war and violence. Alvin sneezes. Ah, chew! Oh, jeez, whoa. Oh, I got something there, sorry.
Nordaga blesses you. Isn't it? And he looks at Frenell. Isn't that what they? Is that what they say?
Something like that. I think our friend over here can take all the blessings he can get.
I collect them.
Do you need a blessing of some kind?
We will
No
take
more than
any help we can get,
Yeah.
especially with our friend here.
You know, you said that you come here to get away from civilization. We're barely civilized here, so it's like, you know, any help is welcome.
Well, then What I would be able to do for you is I can take you to other places. I can assist you in your travels on that way. I might be able to do, it would take a good deal of energy, but I might be able to assist you as well. But the question that I have is, how do I know that I can trust all of you? Rin's back kind of straightens and he shifts his weight on one elbow on his knee, and his right hand now is mid-thigh, much closer to the handle of his blade.
You don't.
I would say we've been more than polite to a being thousands of years old.
Politeness does not beget trust, Alvin. You don't know you can trust us, just like we don't know we can trust you.
That is fair.
And I think that we are both on equal footing there is enough to help each other.
I can always show you the schematics for the ghost bomb I'm working on.
I think we are both on equal footing. Everybody is on an equal level playing field exactly as we are.
All right. Then, if you know where you are going to be in 2 days' time, I will get you some more information. Not looking for specific hideouts or secrets. But if you give me a location anywhere along this river within a 5-day travel, I'll be able to... well, not me, but Grim will be able to find you. Then I can assist you to some degree.
Did the bird communication from earlier, would that suffice if we were to do that again?
You bird would not know where I am.
In 2 days, we plan to be 2 days south along this river.
Then I will find you there, according to the speed of this. I'll have Grim look for the sail, and there it will find you. Then I assume.
Our ship doesn't have a sail.
What's that?
Yeah.
Our ship doesn't have a sail.
You need a sail for this ship. Apparently,
I'm-
it's
Keenly aware of that fact.
You don't have a sail in that bag. Yeah.
I do not have a sail in the bag. No, it is not something I typically carry with me. But I can get you
Oh,
one.
it's worth it. You can get us a sail.
Yeah, there's a city down to the south from here.
Alvin lifts up his goggles. What else can you get us?
Okay, we'd love a sail.
Well,
If you
We'd be very
sail is
grateful.
wonderful. What do you require in turn?
Well, here's the trick of it. I can get you a sail sooner. That should hasten your travel. But that will have to cost you some because it will cost me. But if you continue your journey down south, you will also come across the same city that I would get it from.
How far
Okay.
away is the city?
The city is about 200 miles or so from here.
So how many days is that for us if we just kept going straight? I can't remember how quick we travel.
Rin is doing some calculations in his mind, and finally he chimes up and he's like, such a place, that city, is maybe 300 and almost 400 miles away. No, 320 or so miles away from here.
So how many days?
Probably take us
just-
about 9 days or so to get there.
Oh. Can we just meet in the city instead of 2 days? I'm confused. Are we waiting for 9 days for a city or for a sail?
No.
Well, if we end up having to go southeast anyway to, I don't know, free a village of, blood-crazed maniacs high off of meteor rocks, yeah, I guess slower is probably better for now.
What I can do for you, the old man speaks up. I can get you there sooner, but you won't be traveling with the boat. And Rin is like, I paid good money for that boat. I'm not going to let
We're
it
staying
go.
on the boat. Yeah, no, we're staying. Yeah, Tess is like, no. No, we're on the fucking boat. Bless you, Alvin.
Thank you.
I think we'll stay with the boat and we'll meet you and Grim in 2 days' time downriver.
Very well. Then I will see you then.
Aye.
He stands up. I appreciate the company of eating food. It doesn't always happen. And this food was good. The garlic was a very good addition to it. Grim, come on.
You know, you could travel with us
No.
if you'd like.
I travel alone, my
wasn't that
friend.
good.
Now, Grim and I stay alone. This is all part of it. If somebody happens to come across me, then I am able to assist, then I do. But my days of traveling this world with a sword in hand or slinging spells is long since over. Now, I have another mission. He's looking over at Alvin. Do you need healing?
No, just allergy season. Thank you, though.
Did we talk about the Whispering Stones yet?
Oh, yeah, don't touch those stones. Oof.
I was just wondering.
The old man looks back at you and is like, should I sit down for this?
Oh, no. I was just wondering if maybe perhaps you had heard of them. They are... I don't know if they're nearby or not. We came across them. Maybe you had more information, but if you need to leave, then that's okay.
I was going to leave more to let you be. I do not have any information about any standing stones or whispering stones. There are plenty of henges all about. But I know
don't touch them.
the henges are fine.
The Whispering Stones.
Oh, buddy.
Well, I am
You don't
talking...
want to touch strange henges.
Some of the most powerful of Nordaga's sites are henges.
I think you and him are talking about two separate forms of standing stones, Alvin.
What kind of standing stones were these whispering stones?
Well,
They had some. Oh, you go, Zora. You'll do better.
my photographic memory, if it serves me well, is it's a circle of towering jagged stones that jutted out from the icy ground at the foot of the mountains in Yorunde. Arranged in a peculiar pattern. The runes were indecipherable, but there was a low haunting hum. Almost sounded like whispered words. The locals believe that the stones are ancient and sacred, possibly placed by the rune giants. I didn't know if maybe perhaps you knew anything about that.
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
I know about the rune giants. I know that they exist. I try not to interact with them.
Good
Well,
idea.
but it is said that they are the ones that put the whispering stones there. They're covered in strange and indecipherable sigils that glow faintly under the moonlight. Did I miss anything? I think I got it all.
No, that was
You
I was
missed the
gonna
part
say
where
it's a
if you
circle.
touch 'em- if you touch them, they turn you to stone.
Yeah, don't touch them.
Don't touch them.
Whispering stones with runes that glow at night, and if you touch it, they turn you
begin
to
the-
stone.
Aye.
The standing stones that I am familiar with, those arranged in circles, are the henges that I am aware of. Most every one of them is dedicated to by old orders, old druidic orders, indicating Frenell. I would be very surprised if such places have been corrupted since, but it seems like that this could have been something that the rune giants had crafted, and just simply is stones arranged in a circle and unrelated to anything that I would be interested in. But it's difficult to say. We have in Mutvia, we have standing stone circles as well. They are dedicated to Nordaga, but they will look different than the ones in this area, so I suppose every culture has some variation of them.
Okay. If you happen across them and you hear some humming or whispers, just try to get out of there. It's.
I appreciate your warning. I'll take that into consideration. Grim, we have work. He stands up, extremely concerned.
Before you go.
Yes.
Before you go.
Yes.
I would like. It's going to be a few days before we see you again. I would like you to take some tea for your journey. And she's got like a little satchel.
He puts his hand up. No offense. Now that I have something to do, I must always think with a clear mind. The next 2 days, I do not imbibe nor eat. This is the way of my traditions.
I thought he was gonna say he's more of a coffee guy.
More of a what?
A coffee guy.
No.
Coffee won't break the
understand.
fast, so.
And if I could ask one question before you go, so that I can also spend the next couple days perhaps pondering if it becomes relevant. Your symbol.
Yes.
Nordaga on vestment.
Yes.
It seems older, different.
Yes.
Can you tell me why that is? This is people today don't seem to use this symbol for Nordaga.
I have an affinity for antiquity. No matter where you go, everyone thinks a little bit different. This is the one I grew up with.
And where is it from? Since everyone uses a different
Northern
style.
Mutvia.
Is it Mutvia? Northern Mutvia?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Carl,
very
you
much.
can attest to that. You've seen you've seen things like that.
Sort of like with the combined.
Yeah. It's Oh, that's right, because this one is a little bit combined. It's you can testify. You can testify,
Compound
Carl,
runes,
that
baby.
you've seen. You can testify that you've seen things like this. Maybe not this exact one, but the style is kind of Mutvian.
Thank you.
Yeah. With your permission, you're going to be coming into an area, the lake beyond this way. Still has that giant fish that I mentioned earlier. You will want to steer clear of that, but I don't know how you will be able to. You will also come across river guardians further down. The land down here is very much untouched. It's claimed by no one here in this valley. This is good. We plan on keeping it that way. You may be delayed. With permission, I would like to be able to get this information to you. If there is one object that is of significance to any of you that you carry with you, but something that does not convey secrets or anything like that, I would like to have it with me so that I can discern your location again in the future. But it would only be for that once.
I can. Yeah, it's empty anyway. And Tess pulls off her like little hip flask, just kind of like unscrews it, shakes it over her mouth one last time to make sure it's empty. It is. Screws the lid back on and hands it over.
What is the significance of this flask?
This was my father's flask, and well, it's been mine ever since he died.
Then it will be you that I'll be able to find wherever you will be in 2 days' time. Please understand that it can be invasive, and no matter where you are, I will be able to find you. If I detect anything, any word or what have you, first I'll send Grim. He will come with a message to let you know that, well, I must tell Grim where to go in order for that. This is when I will use this. All right. Thank you for your trust, friend. Your name?
My name is Thessalia Wranfel. Captain Thessalia Wranfel.
And then Captain of the Seas, then? Is this true?
I, for all of a month or so before shipwreck, and, well, I woke up in Mutvia, on the shores of Mutvia.
How many of you come from Mutvia? Just the one.
Just me, I guess.
It's not everyone that's perfect.
Oh, it reminds me of an old joke.
Does it?
Oh boy,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
asked.
But that's fine. That's fine. All right. Well, then I will see you in 2 days' time, hopefully with some information. In the meantime, safest of travels to you, my friends, and thank you so much for allowing me to share the food with you. That is a sign of trust these days. This area here to the south, like I said, is going to be dangerous for you. I think maybe the information in the book, the Whispers of the River, this will be able to help you some.
I certainly.
All right. Be well. Grim, come.
Safe travels.
He walks off. By this time, the night is starting to come on. He gets up and starts wading in the water and starts washing himself off a little bit. Nothing particular. And then holds on to Grim. And Grim fucking lifts him up and back across the river.
This Mary Poppins motherfucker.
I'm glad I gave Grim 2 berries.
Hey, Thessalia, I'll bet you a silver piece we don't see that dude ever again.
Oh, good. We gave the floating witch man your father's flask and told him everything that we know. And now he'll be able to find you wherever you are.
That's hilarious.
This is great.
Thessalia, I can't think of a better person, though, for this to happen to.
I certainly hope that you're willing to pay up in 2 days' time, Alvin.
Oh, fair enough. I'll just add it to my tab.
Wow. Yeah, go ahead.
The moon out currently.
It is, yes, in fact. You're currently looking at Kalen, which is a waxing crescent, and Sereth is in its first quarter.
Hey everyone, before we go to sleep, I've been kind of reading through this book pretty quickly, and on one of the pages there's a moonlit ritual to try to have the river share some of its wisdom. Before we travel, should we try to do that? Especially if there's guardians and giant fish that we need to avoid.
Karl, give me you've seen the book, and you are a book person. Give me a perception check on that.
Sure thing.
Or recall knowledge, actually. No, you know what? Fuck it, perception.
We got a 19.
Take a look on page 23.
Oh God, how do I bring up that book again?
Journal, click on the page, or it should be the little book icon, and then, yeah.
And then it's page 19.
Oh, actually,
page
no,
23.
I can't do that.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
I just read it again.
Yeah, page 23.
I read it again. I remember what you said now.
Yeah.
Before Karl even. Wait, Karl, I see that look on your face. No, sorry. I was quickly reading. My apologies. The moon must be
I do
full.
not have to do the well, actually. We're good?
We're good. We're good.
Okay,
Don't worry.
Perfect.
Yeah, I read very fast, but every now and then when I get excited, sometimes I miss a word or two.
And Rin finally relaxes a little bit, looks over at Karl. I was actually waiting for him to moonsplain this, but apparently it's not going to happen, so.
Frenell glares at Ren. Stands up, takes the mug away.
I can't believe you have that as a hotkey.
Hey.
I can't believe that you didn't have that ready from day one.
I have it all ready right now.
Awesome.
Anyway.
So, should we go to sleep?
No, we're shipping off. We're not sleeping.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
It's only lunchtime. This is our lunch break.
It's
No,
like
it's-
6:44 p.m.
Oh, that was a very long lunch.
Oh, it actually was. Hold on.
Yeah.
It is now.
Yeah. At what point you said dinner? That's why I was
3:44
like,
p.m.
oh, I guess we're like nighttime now.
That's right. No, that was me. I advanced the clock unfairly. It is 3:44.
So the moon's not even out.
No, you can see them. You can see them. You know how I mean, it's in it's there.
Sure.
If the light from the sun if the light of Arios is shining on it, yeah, you can totally see it.
With Scythia's blessing, the moon is out. Okay.
There you go. Fuck Scythia. It's Nordaga's eyes.
Fuck Scythia.
Hey man, that's been like the words of everyone for a very long time.
Getting that on a shirt.
Yeah, fuck Scythia.
Except for now.
Anyway, you guys shipping back off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
A little while.
Cool. All right. Cool. Let me pull this up real quick. Here we are. Cool. By the time that evening comes, you have finally arrived in the lake itself. Now, the lake itself is rather expansive. It's several miles across, so you're looking at something that to you might as well be an inland sea. It's very easy to get lost in this area. Nonetheless, with a good navigation, you should be able to make it to the other side, maybe by tomorrow morning. However, the old man's warnings about the fish in the area and this whole area now being with guardian spirits and what have you may prove a little bit more of a challenge. What do you guys want to do?
Tess would want to stop the boat like pretty much at the mouth of the lake, so that way we're crossing it like in daylight.
Sure.
I mean, we can basically get up right to the lake, and use that as campsite.
All right. Well, I think that here should be a good spot for the night. Cross the lake in the daytime, and we'll want to keep watches while we sleep tonight. I know we were lax about that last night, but I think tonight, the fish and the guardians, it's a worthwhile investment.
I agree.
I can take first watch.
I'll take it with you if you don't mind.
I'll take second.
I can join you for second.
I guess I'm on third.
It's me too.
Fantastic.
The watches go by. We can fast forward through this. It's peaceful. Almost, I want to say too peaceful, but that would be mainly because of the warnings that also came with this area. On the overnight, you realize that this lake, I mean, it is expansive. The crescent moon coming up and the other one that's almost at half, they are shining down on this water rather well, and there are a couple of occasions when something did crest and you did see a large dorsal fin, and in the moonlight it did look like gold. Having said that, though, nothing else transpires unless, of course, you instigate something.
Alvin is just kind of humming to himself, like very quietly, a gnomish song that he wants to know.
Then hum away, my friend, and the morning sun will then come. You guys then pack up, get a nice long rest, and memorize any spells that you want. For those of you that have a little bit more of the natural bent or the seafaring bent, make your perception. Give me your perception checks with fortune, please.
That is a
How do
natural
we-
20 for Tess with a total of 24.
20, okay.
That is a 23 for me.
Okay.
Or perception. How do we do like perception with fortune?
Oh, sure. When you go to click on it, if you click on, let's see, is it with a, yeah. If
Or is it keep higher? Is that?
Yeah, it's the keep
What's that?
higher. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry. Yes.
Sorry. I'm
No worries.
17.
Not a problem. Wow. Plus 10. 24, 23, and 17. Thessalia and Aldred, you guys look out there, and there is something peculiar about the environment, not necessarily about the water itself. The water is behaving like a lake for the most part. The wind here is calm, however, and yet you can see that the trees are moving a little bit in a breeze you can also feel on land.
That's weird.
I agree. Everybody, before we ship off, I wouldn't normally ask this of all of you, but I think it might help us. I hope you're all willing to donate a gold to the river for safe passage. I'll say a prayer to Agaus and the Adai, but I think all of us need to offer a gold.
Aye.
I could do that, yeah. I'll pull out.
A whole gold?
Aye.
Rin takes a gold out, hands it over. Come on.
Rin, can I get an advance? I spent all this money on my goggles.
You already owe people. He gives you 2 gold.
Thank you.
I very, very carefully hand a gold to Thessalia.
Rin looks down at Alvin. So you do have gold.
Well, just the one that you gave me.
Did I say that he gave it to Alvin?
Back
To
to
test, I think.
I said I gave it to
back
Alvin.
to
Okay.
him.
All right. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's Rin's like, I need more sleep. That's fine. Can you, Thessalia, describe exactly what you're doing, please?
Yeah, Tess would collect all of the gold from everybody and like, all right, everybody, if you can just stand with me at the lake's edge, ideally getting your paws or feet wet. And then Tess will just kind of like take a couple more steps out, in front of everybody into the lake and kneel down, say, Agaus and the Adai, we are strangers in this land, and we've been happy enough to travel across your peaceful waters in this peaceful river for the past few days. We understand that this lake in this area is sacred and heavily guarded. We wish not to infringe upon that, and we wish for a safe travel through these lands and out to the other side unbothered. We bring to you a small blessing of a small token of our appreciation and a small sacrifice to you. Please take this. And she will like put the gold into the center of the lake.
You cast.
While you're doing that,
Wait.
I was gonna say.
Wait.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
You see the gold rise up into the air, and it seems to take a lot longer to get out there and finish that arc than it did before, or excuse me, than you would expect it to.
Yeah.
And before it hits the surface of the lake, Frenell, what were you gonna do?
I was going to say I was repeating everything, sort of like
Okay.
in Druidic and Sylvan, just to.
Okay.
She's a little concerned.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
There's the gold itself begins to shimmer a little bit, and somewhere in the distance, one of you manages to catch the crest of a dorsal fin. Off, it's way the fuck out there, but you can see it.
Yeah, and then Tess will just kind of like take some water, just wash her face off one part to help her wake up, and just ritual, and kind of stand back up.
What the hell
Alright,
did you
well.
do?
What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. Honestly, that wasn't me.
What do you mean you don't know?
It seems as though perhaps our sacrifice is approved. Now, come on, let's get going.
He puts the shit in the ship.
We shouldn't be bothered, at least while crossing through these lands.
So one hopes. I hope you didn't curse
that?
us or something.
Are you sure that was a sign of good things and not a warning?
Who's to say?
Water is tumultuous.
Okay.
As our druid friend said yesterday, the river gives and the river takes. Hopefully, it's willing to give in equal measure that it takes to.
There's, you hear a voice somewhere in the distance. Not a druid!
Well,
Whatever,
a very old man.
It's like, I didn't say anything yesterday about this.
If you guys take a look at Foundry.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hopefully this thing... why is this
Glossophobia
not-
warning.
Glossophobia warning, yes. Hold on, why
Hey,
is
we're
it...
on a boat.
I had that queued. I did have that queued.
Dan.
Hold on for a second. Let me just let me do this one thing so that the screen sees it. Come on, screen.
Ooh, this is a lot of water. Ooh.
So much water.
So much water.
This angle is actually like
Yeah, that's why I was like, warning.
like I'm playing Dredge. Like, oh boy.
Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can fix this thing so that we can get this up. I don't know why this thing is taking so.
Is this the scrunch? Is this?
This is not the scrunch. The scrunch. This is
The
not the
scrunch.
scrunch. No, there we go. All right, hold on. Let me do this, close that, and put this over here. Okay,
Or is
cool.
very appropriately
There we
placed
go.
in the center.
So, yo, I just saw that. So yeah,
Very nice purling
there's your boat.
noise.
What's that?
And say very nice like purling noise.
Yes.
It's
The water is calm, bringing you a little sense of something. But there is something there that the two of you, the two sailors, have had in mind that it just doesn't hold well. Karl, do you have anything that gives you like spidey senses to danger? By any chance?
God, I wish I had that.
You don't. Okay.
Yeah, I do. It's called having played games with Steve before.
I mean that's fair. That is fair.
there.
Got the tingle?
It's the tingle. It's the Mutfian. That's right. Oh, that's right. Because okay, so a quick little thing then. Mutfians in the upcoming stuff for Mutvia and Evandale. Mutfians is now an ethnicity that you can choose, depending upon where you come from, and some of them get a tingly sense of danger. That's why. Having said that, roll perception with roll perception with the advantage thingy.
Fortune.
Fortune, thank you. Jesus, I don't know why I'm losing
Is
my
that
mind.
just for Karl? Or
That's
is that for...
that's for Karl. We're
Yeah.
going to replicate the Woodfield thing. I want to see how unbalanced or balanced
Yeah.
it is.
I thought you were about to say, having said that, you don't get it. So-
22.
Something's wrong.
Something is not quite right.
First off, yeah, there is. You guys can feel wind blowing, but the water just seems calm.
Can I use Trap Finder?
How would you use that in this instance? If you describe it, then maybe.
It's almost like it's quiet, too quiet, and it says if I have an intuitive sense that alerts me to dangers and presence of traps. So if it's not adding up, the wind and the water.
You know what? Do it. Let's see what you got. No fortune,
Cool.
but you do get it.
Okay. I don't know what I'm searching. Gonna check that. What am I doing? Investigation?
For
Perception checks. It's a
perception
plus-
check, yeah.
Yeah, it's a +1 to whatever I'm rolling here. Cool. No, I'm on my rock. It's 12.
Yeah, you're just enjoying it. The sun managed to heat it up nice and well, so you're feeling very active. I'm almost tempted for Lizardfolk because I wouldn't say that they're actually cold-blooded, but if they were, I'd be like, yeah, during daytime sunlight stuff, they actually have advantage on, or they have fortune on everything, and at night, it's just like, nah, they're just like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah. I think as Carl is like kind of noticing that things are weird, Zora is like finally able to lick that one piece of peeling skin that's been in her nostril this whole time.
So, yeah, that's kind of a thing. You
Are
are
these waters not too calm for the wind we are experiencing?
No, they
this
absolutely
hour?
are.
Yeah,
They-
no, it's fucking weird.
I need the two of you now. Give me a perception check with misfortune.
Me and
Thessalia.
okay.
Okay. 15 for Tess.
Okay.
It's like 14 for me.
Something just moved off the bow. Just under the water. You saw it crest, but you didn't see what crested. All you saw was the water kind of give way for a brief moment.
All right. Everybody, keep your eyes peeled. Looks like we have someone or something coming to investigate the boat.
And then, up against the boat, you feel the entire thing just get slammed on the starboard side, starboard aft. That would be right near where Aldred is and Alvin, if the figures on this boat are correct.
I actually moved to the center before you said that because Alvin was getting creeped out.
What I see on the map is the current placement of the figures.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Then yes, then that stands. The point of impact would have been right around here.
Oh, cool. I used to be standing right there.
Cool. Well, then maybe then it was fortune. Maybe, the bait moved.
You do have intuition.
I'm starting throwing gold coins into the river with a gold fish monster. Not great idea.
I think we should have sang to it. The book said something about singing.
Please be my guest then.
Well, no, it only works if you're singing from the shore, according to the book. Magic makes no sense.
Why didn't you mention that earlier?
Oh, because before you... yeah.
There's a fish
Nope.
potentially attacking us.
Now is not the best time to talk about
We can't-
what could have happened.
Yeah.
The boat continues silently, the bow being slapped with waves that shouldn't be there. You don't get the feeling that, well, I can't say what you feel or don't feel, but I can tell you it's annoying. And you also know it's time to roll for initiative.
Jesus.
Yay.
Are you rolling
Oh yeah.
for us?
Yeah, because it's just a quick process.
Oops, sorry.
I stabbed the river with my dagger.
Oops.
No, you don't. You're in the middle of the boat. Do you want to get over?
No, I'm joking.
Move your figure
I
close to
don't.
the gunwale. No, that's fine. Go ahead. Get it close to the gunwale.
No, I don't.
That's all right.
I don't want to.
I can move your character for you. Would you like that?
I have
No,
a
thank you.
weird technical question.
What's up?
That I don't know about Pathfinder.
What's up?
I have the mastermind feat. It says if I successfully identify a creature using recall knowledge, that creature is off guard against your attacks until the start of your next turn. Is this something that I have to use in combat, or is this something that I can use in the beginning of combat? Or
Wait, I'm sorry. What is the name of it?
mastermind? It's part of my rogue's racket.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, it's a level 4. It's a no, it isn't. Hold on.
It's a level 1.
Mastermind.
Yes. It's the it's called Rogue's Racket, and it's one of the selections you could pick.
Oh, gotcha. Hold on. Gotcha. Let me pull that up here real quick. Oh, Mastermind. I see it. Okay. If you successfully identify a creature using recall knowledge, that creature is flat-footed against your attacks until the start of your next turn. That is correct. Yep.
Right. Is that something that I have to do in combat, or is that something I could do at any point? It just sounds like combat jargon.
That it's it talks about more turns, so you can do it now, and it would work until the start of your next turn. So if you can successfully identify the creature once you have an idea as to what you're looking at, then yeah, absolutely. Ooh,
Yeah.
what just happened?
Hey, DM Daddy RPG, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to recall knowledge.
Yeah, go ahead. So you are going to be. Let me see here. One moment. Let me pull this up here real quick. Okay, you are going to be eventually. Yep. You know what? When you have an idea, when you actually see the creature, then you'll be able to roll. How's that?
Okay, so more than the dorsal fin, correct?
Yeah. Just well, first off, you didn't see the dorsal fin. You saw one before. Is that the one that you're referring to?
Yeah, because the one before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, in which case, the one that was like way the hell out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't get a lot of information from it, but let's see what you can do. So give me your choice, nature or arcana for your recall knowledge, but because it was so far away, it's gonna be at misfortune.
Okay, let me roll one more time. Arcana. Okay, it's a 15.
You do not know what that could be. It could be any number of fish. There simply was not enough information. Cool. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, very welcome. Mind you, I don't believe it specifies anything about that power being limited in scope or in use. So if you find that you want to use that again, then by all means. Meanwhile, Karl, you also have access to finding out information about a creature's weakness once it's been identified. Is that correct?
Basically, if I can see it, yeah. So I'm waiting until I can get a good view on it before I start doing anything like that.
Copy that. Alrighty. Let me get to where I need to be, and this is going to be
Question on all of that. If glitter dust happened to work, would that count as seeing for them?
I love that.
You need to know where you're so glitter dust is akin to, well, you know what it
within
is?
10 feet, I would have to.
It's the herpes of the craft world. It's the shit that gets stuck everywhere. So yeah, it would need to be in that area, and you'll never get rid of it. Yeah, this poor lake, I feel for it.
It's like a parent. You can never get rid of the glitter.
So, yeah, you do need to be able to see it and hit it for in a 10-foot area.
Right. But if
so
I
what's that?
do, would that count as them being able to see it? I guess.
No,
I'm not sure
because
how well.
well, I mean, it depends if it's an invisible creature or not. But let's address these questions once they happen. How's that? Alrighty. There is Thessalia. You are on the bow. Give me a perception check.
All right. 23.
Oh, fuck yeah. You see off the starboard bow, up ahead, something has just crested the waves, and this is an unusual thing. Before we go anywhere or I provide you with any details, are you doing anything as a reaction to that?
Tess is going to call out, everybody get towards the center of the ship and try to hold on to something. Might be
Why?
what sees ahead. Something on the starboard bow.
Now,
Might be rough
Thessalia, now Karl, now you guys can go for it. You guys can give me a recall knowledge arcana for this one.
Did you mean Zora?
Oh, for mine, I have to use I can't even talk
Oh,
words right now.
esoteric?
Esoteric lore, yeah. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
While you're looking for that, I mentioned to Karl, hey, Karl, do you still have that that shell that if we blow it and we hear it, it lets us breathe underwater for a bit? That might be good to preemptively be blowing every 2 minutes or so. Not that I was paying attention.
Shut up! What do you got? You see Rin is getting exceedingly impatient, and he's just like, you don't have to obey him. He gets over there and he has like a sword drawn, ready to go. Karl, what did you get?
27.
Zora?
24.
You both see, well, everyone now sees, coming out the same color as the water, not invisible in any way, shape, or form. Something begins to crest, and at first it looks like it's just like a dorsal fin, and then you see that there's multiple dorsal fins, and then you see a horrific sight. Wings come out of the water itself, along with a long craning neck, glistening scales, absolutely sleek, fin-like wings. The two of you see not one, but two river drakes. And with that,
Are they by any chance domesticated river drakes?
would you
I don't
like?
know. Try petting it, Alvin.
Do they look friendly?
Do you want me to address that? Do you want me to stop the combat and address that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Alrighty. There's a moment there where hold on for 1 second. Let me grab this thing. Let me put this
I
over
feel like
here.
Zora would have talked to them if they were friendly.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but we'll see. Yeah. Let me get this going here. Alrighty. This thing begins to crest over the water, and you can see it. It is like, it's got a long, it almost looks like what we would consider like a prehistoric creature. It begins to make a move directly across the bow of the boat. But first, it's going to, well, come on, you. Let's move. Where are you? There you are. By the way, you guys will now notice that there is color to your movements on occasion when you go moving. The moment it turns red is the moment that you have now gone beyond your typical movement. So just a little FYI for you, okay? I installed that
Thank you.
thing. Yeah. We are going to... Yeah. It moves here. Its head comes out, and you see it... And it's just this... Like this glob starts coming out towards Thessalia. Let me take care of this real quick. Oh. Let me make sure. Yep. That is going to be placed right here. There is a glob of goo. Who's right? Oh, is that? Oh, that's Karl.
Karl.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, the two of you are right there. I need both of you to give me a DC 19 reflex save, please.
Easy.
27.
No, not good. That's 10.
Do you want to use a hero point or anything?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Go ahead, reroll, man.
Man, you might as well just take that hero point away and give me that. Man, I got to again.
You can right click on no, excuse me, you can just click on your character sheet and that will take it away for you. There is going to be the acid starts ripping through you. Karl, you are going to take 12 points of damage as acid starts doing some really horrific stuff. Thessalia, you are going to take half damage from that. And you can feel it. This thing it's just awful. With that, it looks like it's about to start diving underwater again. However, the second one is now going to go. This one is coming. It looks like it's going to hit this area, and it is going to launch yet another one of these. Right. Hold on. Motherfucker, stop that. Put that away. There we go. Turn down the music a little. And that one is going to be in this area. Aldred, Alvin, Rin, and Zora, you are technically in it for this for these purposes. We all need to roll. That's gonna be a DC.
Reflex, you said?
DC 19 reflex save. Yeah.
I think that's me too. Mine is right under Zora's.
Oh yeah. Then by all means.
Hell yeah, baby.
What's that?
23.
25, 28, 23. Wow, we're actually.
That one.
Frenell.
For an 8.
Oh no.
You have a hero point.
You do have a hero point. You want to use it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's. Ooh.
Oh, this is
Click
so not
that.
good.
Beautiful.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. It's a
45.
it's a 4. Oh, hold on. Oh, got it. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Looks like everyone did make it. So that is going to be 1, 2. We've got Rin, Zora. Where's Frenell?
Under Zora's thing. It wouldn't let me go right beside
Yeah,
him.
you can't do that. There you go.
I was trying to stand in between.
Okay, that's fine.
Actually, I'll be here.
Sorry.
Okay, everyone. Well, then, in which case, then Zora, you're not going to take it because you have less than half of you in the circle.
Okay.
So yeah, no, you're gonna be fine. Everyone else is going to take a 7 points of acid damage. This thing just lands on deck. You can already see some of the wood beginning to. It's not going to be a pretty sight. What are you guys doing? And Karl, you're up. Rin is on deck, followed by Frenell.
Your turn comes.
Okay, just so I know, with the esoteric lore, was that a crit success or a regular success?
Oh, I apologize. Oh, God. You just, that was a, hold on. DC was 20 on that. No, hold on. Wait. Whoa. Let me make sure. I want to give you full credit for it. Let me get back. DC was 18. So if you beat it by, what'd you get?
Or just a regular success,
Okay.
I'm sure.
There you go.
Yeah. So do I learn if it has a major weakness? One weakness I get to know, if it has one.
Yes.
If not, I will... Oh!
It has a resistance to acid.
So it's resistant to acid, but not weak to acid.
That is correct.
Got it. Cool. Okay.
So it'll take less damage from acid, but it's not that. Do you get any of its strengths?
No, that's all I learned is his weaknesses. I learned how to kill these things, not how to help them.
That's fair. In which case, then I'll also give you this. It is immune to paralysis and being unconscious, essentially, and the effects of unconsciousness.
Dig it. Okay, so I will take out my crossbow, and I will just say, No, do not acid damage this thing. And then I will, with the power of my crossbow. There we go. Oh, there it goes. Boom. Oh, no ammunition is assigned. How dare you? I definitely bought. Yeah, I got bolts. Oh, I see. How do I assign the ammo to the hand crossbow?
Sure. Let me pull up your character sheet. 1 second. Let me take a look at this. Where are you? Where's Karl? Oh, Karl's right here. Why am I not? 1 second. There we are. Under your inventory, you have a hand crossbow.
Let me see if this worked. Hold on. I think I might have figured it out.
Oh, hold on. I see. You have bolts right there. If you clicked on where it said no ammo, then you could drop that down and then it would say bolts.
Oh, where does it say no ammo?
Underneath the hand crossbow. If you take a look at your actions, are you looking under inventory?
I'm in strikes right now. Bolts.
Under you're all set. Yeah, you should directly underneath the word strike. It'll say like bolts 10. There you go.
21.
That and which one were you aiming at?
Let me click on it.
Yeah, you can also double right click on a target to target and now there you go. So it's going to be that one. A 21 is going to hit.
Sweet. Let me get that damage on.
Them filth goblins. Hi guys. We haven't had a chance to say hi. Hi.
Hi, Torn and Haas.
Ooh, so many cuties in chat right now. Hello, cuties.
4 damage.
Okay. That is going to just before the thing crests or just before the thing goes back underneath the waves. You imagine it just plants in it. You can hear like a small splash, and then underwater you hear something rings out, and then the creature starts diving down.
Okay. And let's see. I drew a crossbow. I shot. I will reload, and that is my turn.
All right, go ahead and end your turn. Rin is he's going over to the gunnel. He's trying to figure out like what the fuck is going on. He has a blade out. He does not have. Let me just confirm. I don't think he does. Yeah, he doesn't have any ranged weapons. So he's looking at this like, let me at him. He's got a dagger. He's like popping the dagger in his mouth. He has his sword, and he's like, I'm gonna stab these fucking things. He looks over here, sees that this thing seems to be under control, and then is going to make a move over here, standing beside Aldred, just waiting to strike out at him, and he is done. Frenell, you're up. Aldred, you're on deck.
Sure. So I believe my distance, yeah, we're like 20-ish. We're less than 30. So Frenell's kind of in the middle of the boat. She looks out towards the front, past Thessalia at this drake, and can I produce, or not? I guess not produce flame. Tanglefoot.
I don't think that's gonna work much.
Oh, you don't think so? Because it's sap, it's not acid, or like
no,
with the immobilization.
It's more the point that it's, well, let's see here. So that's a really good thing. First off, are you within 30 feet?
I am.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm right in the middle of the boat. I'm within 30 feet of both of them.
Oh, you are so fucking good. Look at you, 25 feet exactly. Oh, that is perfect. Good for you. A vine covered in sticky
But if you
sap.
think like it just like totally wouldn't, I can.
I'm reading it out loud. A vine covered in sticky sap appears out of thin air, flicking from your hand and lashing itself to the target. Oh boy. Would Tanglefoot work against something swimming? I'm going to say yes. Give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Go ahead and roll attack. Is it targeted by you by any chance? Oh, that one.
It
Oh,
is,
perfect. Oh,
I
look at
missed.
you. Yeah, unfortunately, it goes.
Pretty though.
You see a vine. Yeah, it shoots out, and this thing goes just like it crested in. You shot it, and the vine just happened to have missed it, unfortunately.
And then question for
Just ask. What do you got?
potentially using my guardian staff as like for protection. So just spells. I do need to go ahead and equip it, correct?
Yes, you
just
do.
like a one hand.
Yeah.
Okay. So for that, I'm going to magically find it in my inventory.
You already, according to this, you already have it in hand along with the javelin.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove.
Okay.
I'm stowed for the javelin.
There you go.
There we go, and we'll just leave that equipped, and then that is my turn.
Okay. Let me close that. Alrighty. Did you end your turn?
I did.
Who's up?
Me.
And then Thessalia, you're on deck.
I am going to take out that vial and I'm going to smash it on my armor.
Okay.
And
Oh, hell yeah.
hop in with this bad boy.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
hell yeah.
What?
You're just on the water. I love this.
Are you okay? Can you please describe what it is that you just did?
I just took that vial that I got from Svars
Yeah,
and I
but
smashed it on my armor.
What is that vial?
Oh, sorry, everybody. So as soon as I smash it onto my armor, I am able to walk on water.
There we go.
So I do that and I jump right out of the boat and get right up into this dude's face.
Holy
And
fuck.
We're going to start a religion, aren't we?
and we're going for it. Here we go.
Alrighty. Dude, it is with a 29. It's already a critical hit. Do you want a card
There
or
we
do you want?
go.
Yeah, do you want a card or do double damage?
Let's do double damage.
Alrighty. Go ahead and click the critical button.
Oh, shit. I just clicked damage. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Hold on here. Oh, I got you. There you go. So that is going to be 15 points to it. Yeah. Describe what you just did, my friend.
Yeah. I literally smashed the vial, and on my jump out of the boat, I came down with the glaive.
This thing is not happy at all. It emits a horrific scream. Like tries lashing out. Its wings are buffeting at you and teeth like gnashing at you.
The vial smash that would have been an action, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the smash, the move, and the attack, that's 3 actions. Okay.
So you're yep. You good?
I think so.
And your turn.
Where do I...
Yep.
Where's the turn thing? I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's the little cross swords in the upper right hand corner.
That's it.
And
For
Thessalia,
some reason.
you're up, and Zora, you're on deck.
Tess, seeing that this is going underwater potentially, she is going to first action reach into her bag and take out the Triton's conch.
Fuck. Okay.
Because your girl still has that.
Yeah.
Second action, gonna blow that.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how.
So that's an action to interact with it, and then an action to activate it. So that would be 2.
Yeah.
You let it out. So everyone, for the next minute, you and your everyone there within 30 feet of Thessalia, when that was activated, is going to receive a +2 item bonus to athletics to swim, and can now breathe underwater.
Yes, which is I think everybody except
The one walking on top of it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. This one's like breathe water. Why? There's air.
Yeah, Steve, if you can drag the Triton's conch effect onto people, it'll actually appear. I can't do it to.
Hold on for 1 second. I'm not going to worry about it because it's just going to give a +1 to swim, and so they can just add a +1. I don't want to eat up time with technical stuff.
Okay. So and then she's just gonna kind of drop it onto the floor of the deck of the ship.
Okay.
To use the right terminology. And then with her final action, that's the ruler. She is going to dive in after.
Oh shit. Okay.
This river drake.
All right, Zora, you're.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Thessalia. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Zora, you're up.
All
Alvin,
right.
you're on deck.
Zora immediately jumps in and swims over to the first one. She's going to stab underwater, and that's going to be a 19 to hit, and that
That hits.
yep, perfect.
Do your damage.
Oh, I clicked damage.
There you go.
That is a 4, and then for her last action, she shall grapple. So she's going to grab him by his lower legs, like gonna bear hug him, and kind of see if maybe that prevents him from swimming around, so that Aldred gets full opportunities to attack. And I shall do my grapple,
Okay.
and that is a 22.
Yeah, that's gonna be with your free hand. That's an athletics check, and this can be against their fortitude DC. 1 second. Oh boy.
It's cool. It's a success. It's weird.
Because it may have already rolled. Hold on, let me see. Wait. Oh, you did a grapple.
Yeah, and I targeted it. So.
Oh shit! Hold on. Wait a second. Oh, because it already rolled. Yeah, you got it. You're now holding on to it.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Wait a second. Let me see something here. Oh, that is not cool. One second.
Okay.
All right. So it is now considered off guard and immobilized. So, alrighty. This thing looks like it was about to dive back underwater, and so it brought its wings in to make it a little bit more streamlined. That's when you pounced in and said, nope, and just fucking wrapped your arms around it. So now you're holding on to it.
Not today. And that's the end of my turn.
All right, Alvin, you're up, and then beginning of round 2.
So Alvin's okay with being the one who stays on the boat. You know? Like, I've done the math, okay, and hear me out. If we all jump off this boat, the boat will keep floating away from us, right?
Are you asking that question in battle?
No. All right.
So what action are you actually taking that people can see?
Well, I can't use any splash potions because they'll hit my allies. So as long as I'm super speedy in the water, and oh, by the way, you can drag that effect onto your own character. Steve doesn't need to do it. So I'm just gonna run up to this one here.
Okay.
I don't want Thessalia to be fighting alone, and also I'll be in front of the boat, so it'll be easier for me to get back on. I'm really worried about the boat leaving without us.
Are you saying that out loud? I'm going to assume that everything that you are.
Jump in.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you know anything that you say from this point forward in combat is going to be held as an in-character thing or a thinking process.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I do actually say that out loud. But I'm like, we need at least one person who knows how to sail to stay on the boat, and then I jump off.
Well,
Are you doing anything more?
failed.
I take out my dagger and I stabby.
That's an interaction and a move. Yeah, you should be good.
So I'll either have one or two attacks.
Yeah, you'll have one attack.
Okay, that's fine. Strike. I think I'm targeting the right thing.
No, you are not.
Well, damn.
It's okay. You got a 14?
To that, yeah.
Unfortunately, it does not hit.
Well, it's okay. I felt really cool.
Yes,
this
you
turn.
did. Considering everyone is walking on water right now, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and end your turn.
Oh, there's a way to do this. End turn.
There you go. It is now, it's the top of round 2. This thing is turning around. It's looking at Thessalia as the latest and most dangerous of threats. There's like its long neck craning out towards you. It's going to attempt to strike once and strike twice. Oof. It hits Thessalia, grabbing on and starts, like, tries tearing flesh and clothing off of you. The very first strike is going to do, oh Jesus, 18 points of damage. The second strike is going to do 8 points of damage. And with that, it's going to, let's see, start diving in the water and moving away. That is that one's attack. And meanwhile, the other one is getting a little bit pissy because someone is holding on to it. So it's going to attempt an escape. Let's see. That is going to be an athletics. We should be able to take care of that. Let's see. That is a 22. It makes it by 1. Oh no, hold on. What did you get?
I got a 22.
You did. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately for you, it beats it. It's going to take that as an action and then turn around. Boy, let's see.
Go ahead, turn around.
Go ahead, turn around. I dare you. I'm going to roll the d6 here. 1, 2, 3 is going to be Aldred. 4, 5, 6 is going to be Zora. That's going to be a 4. Turns around to attack Zora. Did not like being held. That was completely unconsensual. Did not, or non-consensual. Just did not like that. Lashing out with fangs and then lashing out with its tail. The fangs end up missing Zora. The tail just whips right over her head, and it is done. Karl, you're up. Rin is on deck.
All right. Hand crossbow is reloaded, so I will take a shot.
Oof.
18.
Unfortunately, misses it just by 1.
Oh. I will reload and take another shot.
Alrighty.
$25.
Oh, that'll fucking hit. Yeah, go ahead. Just as it was going on underwater, you managed to get it. This one sticks. Yeah, for 5 points. It lands in there. You can see some of the shimmering scales, just like a ripple effect, go all over it as it screeches in pain. Karl, are you done?
Yes, let me go in my turn.
Okay, Rin can't do anything. He's going to stay there. You're doing great. And Frenell, you're up. Aldred, you're on deck.
Sure. So Frenell's still looking at the same one off to the front, and this time produces flame.
Okay.
So.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh. It you know what? It's as it's going up in the water and rippling from the bolt strike from the crossbow. It also kicked up water, which unfortunately for you just extinguished it because that's how we're interpreting that miss.
And I assume Bonmo is not going to do anything with them because there's no perception or will save.
That is correct.
Checks. Okay. And so Frenell says, "You got it, guys. Keep going." And clicks the button for ending her turn.
Aldred, you're up. Thessalia, you're on deck.
All right, Aldred is about to hit this boy with a power attack.
Fuck. Okay. Let's see what you got.
So, again, over the head, all his strength. Here we go.
Alrighty. Let's see what you got. Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
You're gonna be for what? Using a hero point?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see what you got.
25.
There we go. That totally hits. Go ahead and give me some damage.
So I do 1 extra damage dice on that one.
Okay. Did you use power attack when you attacked?
I just clicked the damage dice a second time.
Okay, that's fine. Just FYI, you should be able to do it via the power attack. This way, You just save yourself some time, but don't worry about it. 12 points of damage apply to it. This thing is just shudders in pain, and the entirety of its neck kind of ripples from it as your glaive, right?
Yeah.
No, glaive, yeah, as your glaive like bites in deep. Are you doing anything more?
No, that's it. For
All right, Thessalia, you're up. Zora, you're on deck. Thessalia?
Thessalia is going to free action unmute her microphone. First action.
Okay.
Oof. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Describe your actions.
Sorry, I just heard a weird noise. Yeah, she is going to call out to Frenell, like, these things pack a punch. I could really use a bit of a healing hand if you have a second. And then
Okay, I'm on my way.
swim over for first action. Second action, she is going to enter her Soaked Flame stance.
Okay.
And then she is going to try and give it the business.
All right, let's see what you got. That's a flurry of blows. You make both arms. Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry. Flurry of blows. I was trying to do it differently, and that was a bad idea. So the first one is a 22 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Second one, okay.
Unfortunately, that misses by 9. Yeah. Are you using flashing strike? Flashing spark?
Yes.
Did you? Okay. Oh, I see. I see. Yep. You totally rolled that. All right. Sweet. 10 points of damage. Describe how you did it.
Yeah, she comes like, just, almost like a fish in water, despite being a cat. Just calls out to Frenell and then just ducks back down, just
fucking
comes in,
sweet.
just like claws out and just rips a chunk out of its side.
Every strike, every strike. There's like you can hear the flesh on it begin to crackle, and the flames that engulf that little region get reflected off of the shimmering scales of the river drake. What else you got?
That's it. That was
all right. Yeah. Zora, you're up. Alvin, you're on deck.
All right, so as the tail and the claws come at her and she kind of dives and ducks, she looks up and sees Aldred's boots, the bottom of his boots on the surface of the water, and decides to move over 5 feet to flank.
There you go.
And she's going to stabby stab with a sneak attack, hoping that being underwater will give her advantage on it not knowing where she is. That's a miss, though. But we do it again, and we try very hard.
And it is -2 on its AC as well. Oh, but it's a crit!
There it is.
Oh,
Hit the second one.
Do you want a card or do you want to do double?
I'll do a card.
All right, you got it. And the card says, hold on, here we go.
This is piercing damage, please.
You got it. This is... Dun, dun, dun. You get a +2 circumstance bonus to attack rolls until the end of your next turn.
Oh, thank you, River Drake.
You managed to find...
I gotta click my sneak attack really quick.
Okay.
And, oh wait, I don't know what that does. This is my first time ever doing it, but I think I have something fun.
It is. Yep, it's going to be considered off guard. Let me put that thing into off guard.
An extra 1d6 precision damage.
There you go.
So that will be that's a d6. The square one. A 1.
All right, you do 1 point damage.
But it was extra.
It was extra.
However, you also did, let's see here. That did not say that you do only normal damage to it. So therefore, you are also going to do, let me apply this. Yeah, the actual damage that it takes. Zora, describe how you killed it.
Cool. So she goes up and swims around, and as she's like curling around, like all lizard, like she takes her knife and kind of guts it, and it's like all kind of slow motiony underwater, and the blood sort of like oozes into the water and blends and gets in her nose and shit.
And there's an immediate. It's thrashing around us, tons of splashing, and then finally the body just kind of falls down, and you just see it disappear into the depths.
Yeah, and that is the end of my turn.
Alvin, you're up, and then it's the top of round 3 with the remaining river drake going.
Alvin is like, save some bioacid for me. And he swims up to this one and, emboldened by how good everyone else is doing, believes that he too will be successful in a bit of the old stabby.
Alrighty.
And so I swam,
Let's see what
and
you
now
got.
I strike.
Alrighty. Oh shit! Rolls a 25. You hit.
Feels good.
Beautiful.
Okay. So you kind of get your
It
little.
felt good.
You did your little pig sticker. How much damage did you do? Pardon me.
I did one. I did a whole point.
Okay. So-
A whole point.
what else are you doing?
Damage is damage.
It is.
Now that I have another attack, so I might as well, right?
Yeah, just hit the MAP -4 or 5.
Yep. And that is
That hits by 1.
another hit.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see if I can do another point of damage.
You do 3 points of damage. You got
Yeah,
practice.
take that. You mean beast girl.
Use a ghost bomb.
Go ahead and end your turn.
No, it doesn't work on things that aren't ghosts.
End your turn.
Oh, right. Now I get to end my turn.
Yeah, and-
which I know how to do.
I got you. This thing is gonna turn around. Oh, this is. Let's see here. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I think we
one
both
second.
clicked it.
There we go. It's all right. I got it. Having done the most recent pain nastiness to it, this thing's tail is going to lash out at Alvin.
I dare you to try.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. It lashes out with a hits by 6 for a total of 25. Turning around now, spinning around in the water, using its wings, going in opposite directions. This thing incredibly dexterous. Turns around and is also going to try snapping at the little gnome behind it for a 21, hitting by 2. Alvin, let's see what's happening here. Damage rolled. A total of 24 points of damage on Alvin.
Yeesh.
Yeah, I'm fine.
There's when it lashes on, it manages to, with its teeth, lash onto your thigh, shakes violently its neck just like a giant wave, and rips out. And you, Thessalia, you see a spray of blood leave Alvin behind. It is not sated with the taste. Ooh. With the taste of blood in its mouth, it's going to go in for a 3rd attack with its fangs. Rolls a 10, modified, missed by 7.
Yes.
So, having conducted all 3
I would
of
have
its...
died.
Yeah. Carl, you're up, and Rin is useless.
Okay, I will reload my crossbow, and as I do that, I will look at the Drake and be like, "That is my fucking friend," and I will shoot him.
Alrighty. Hopefully we can end this.
Oh, that's a miss. But I will reload and I will try again.
You got it. Let's see what we got.
It is our pain in the ass.
No, it's not gonna be good. I'm done.
And it's a critical miss, unfortunately for you.
Oh no!
Yeah, so let's find out what happens here. That was ranged, if I'm not mistaken. Can you manage to just tell me how your crossbow managed to backfire?
Yeah, so when I reloaded, I didn't put the bolt all the way into the mechanic minimum thing, and the string flipped it right back into my face. And I only have one good eye, so hopefully it didn't take the other one out.
KJ, who's dying? I heal them. No one's dying except for them right now, but there are some fairly grievously wounded. Nope, no one over there.
I'm at single digits.
Thessalia and Alvin are not doing well. Who do you want to pick? KJ is.
Yeah.
KJ redeemed.
Your favorite.
Who's your favorite?
Who's your favorite
Of course, I would roll high damage when it is to myself.
I know, unfortunately. Let's see. Both. Oh, shit. Okay, KJ, here's how this works. Roll a, you're going to hit exclamation point D10. I haven't yet set it up in Twitch where you can type in 3D10. So you're going to do exclamation point D10, wait a couple seconds, do it again, and do it a third time. And that is then going to be applied to both of them. These heals work D10 times their level, and they're now 3rd level. So let's see what you got. That's a 7. Oh, shit. You guys are, yeah, exactly. You guys are going to do, let's find out what happens here. Rin is useless.
This changes what I need to do this next round.
I know, right? Go ahead, do it again. You should be okay. Or we could just say fuck it and just do it times 3. Let's see.
That would be above average.
Wait, okay. We're waiting. Let's see what happens. What's happening? D10. Oh shit! A 10. Total of 17 so far. A third one. Go ahead and. Oh, it's still because it's timing out. We're gonna have to do something about that the anti-spam. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about the anti-spam for these commands. Oh no shit. Okay, cool. That's really cool. I did not know that. And a 6. All right, that's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, a total of 23 points. That is going to be, let me see here. Oh, you already got it. Okay, cool. And Alvin, let's see. I was going to heal you up, but you can just do a plus 23 on that and pop. There you go. There is a comes down over the water, and some of it even rises up. Thessalia, there's a golden glow to some of that as it washes away the wounds of the two of you here. The Edai have answered your call in the form of KJ. Once again, deity of healing. I'm telling you, it's a new canon, absolute canon. Rin is done. Frenell, you're up. Aldred, you're on deck.
No, I was done. Rin was up. Is Rin doing anything?
Rin is gonna move. Yeah, he's gonna say, "Fuck it." Let's see. He's gonna see if he can do something with this shit right now. He's gonna move over here, and that's gonna be the end of his turn. Frenell, you're up. Aldred, you're on deck.
Frenell sees this light glowing and be like, "Oh," puts the berry back in her hair and just like, "Okay, motherfucker," and produces flame.
Oh shit, wait a second. Hold on, what just happened? DM Daddy RPG just rated the channel with 8 viewers from their channel. Hey guys. Holy shit. What's up? I love the bricks.
Hi, DM Daddy.
Frenell, you just did a primal spell attack. What are you attacking with?
Produced flame, and it fully missed. I saw Ren jumping over and it's like, and tried to like lift him and just missed all of it.
Do you have it?
She's like,
do you happen to have a hero point?
No, I already used it.
Oh fuck! Alrighty.
Not crit earlier. Yeah. So I think I guess I could move. I will move. Wrong button.
You guys know what to do. Go follow DM Daddy RPG, please. They just started. They just started joining the community over here. Let's go join theirs too.
We don't make the rules.
Yeah, we don't make the rules. Oh my God, Brad with NOR also raiding with a party of 6.
A double raid.
Yeah, this is fucking. Oh my God, that's another raid. Can we get a shout out for them
More
too?
like Raid City.
Pathfinder.
It is. I know.
Hero point, 2 raids.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I mean, 2 damn raids. Yeah, give you guys hero points because this is going to be worth it. Everyone gets hero points.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and use mine right now. Then
You're gonna
We're
tag
going to
team you
produce
tonight.
flame once more,
Alrighty.
and we are going to go attack.
Let's see what you got.
She's so excited, and she's like, you know what? I'm jumping in the water. Kind of remembering our previous adventures in the water, is getting like a little concerned, and like feels like a fish like touch her foot, and it just like shoots it off in the wrong direction and says, you know, I'm here if y'all need me, but y'all look like you got this.
Aldred,
And
you're up.
ends her turn.
All right.
Thessalia, you're gonna be on deck after this. Let's find out what Aldred's doing. Aldred's
25
moving.
feet,
There we go.
and
Let's move the map.
oh,
Oh
I can't
boy.
do anything.
No, you can move again.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take 2 moves, then you just have 1 action left.
You can.
Perfect. Then on the end of this sprint, I'm going with a nice.
Yeah, do it up, do it up.
Bring it home.
Oh shit. Hold on. Target it and
What's it targeted?
yeah,
Oh, shit.
it's okay. It's okay. The 25 still hits. So yeah, by all means, go ahead and target it and let's apply the damage. Let's see what you got.
There you go.
It cries out as your glaive starts biting into it. Describe your damage. How'd you do this?
I sprinted across the water because I'm really cool like that.
Because everyone's under the fucking effect of the conch, which is awesome.
and on the end of the sprint, I came in with like full length of my glaive, just like stabbing into it.
Fuck yeah, you end up running this thing through, and you know what? Because, wow, you guys are actually doing incredibly well on this. We're going to say that your glaive, if you so choose, this is totally up to you. Just for the moment, it's going to pin it in place and prevent it from moving down on its next turn if it tries.
Yes.
You'll still be able to withdraw it and then attack again on your turn with no penalty.
I'm not letting him go anywhere. Let's
Aldred,
go.
are you done with your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Thessalia, you're up. Zora, you're on deck.
Bold of you to assume it's going to see its next turn.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to
So-
see some dice rolls.
Zora's just back.
First action, Tess, like with chunks of its flesh still on her claws,
Yeah.
is going to like scoop some of that into her mouth.
Oh shit!
And bite down and like glare at it, because I am going to demoralize it.
Okay.
I'm trying to demoralize it.
Let me just check something really quick on that. Hold on.
I'm
for 1 second.
demoralized by this.
I know. I'm incredibly demoralized. Let me see here real quick. Okay. So you're going to take a -4 circumstance penalty to the check.
I'm not.
Why is that?
Because I took a feat for that. I have taken the intimidating glare feat, skill feat, which
Yep.
you can demoralize with the mere glare
Without
which removes the
speaking.
auditory
That's
trait.
fucking balls. Oh my god, I love it. Give me an intimidation
Courtesy.
check. Yep.
Courtesy of us gaining 3rd level, I also took the intimidating prowess. So in situations where you can physically menace the target when you coerce or demoralize, you gain a +1 circumstance bonus to your intimidation check.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Go ahead
Would
and
that apply?
yeah, it would. I mean, it's at this point, 100%. Why wouldn't it? It sees that you are nothing to be messed with. I mean, it's never seen a cat in water before. I don't think anyone has, but what?
And that's why it's getting demoralized.
That's why it's intimidating. It's like I'm getting beat by a cat. This is not good.
That is an 18 against its
It's going to be against its will DC, which is going to be
10 plus its will modifier, I believe.
Going to be a 19.
Oh,
Missed it by
I
1.
should have. Bodmo would have worked.
Hero point.
But you do have a hero point.
You do have.
I do.
Yep.
I forgot about that. Thank you. Hell yeah, because this is
Do it.
too cool.
Let's fuck yeah. This thing is awesome.
Hero point.
Fuck yes.
Nice.
25.
25. You better act this fucking thing out, man.
Yeah, so she just like scraped some flesh off of it from its last attack. Still had some pierced on her claws like a shish kebab, and she just jams that in her mouth, rips like tears the flesh off of her claws, and like bares her teeth at it to intimidate it. Lets out a growl, which I mean you can't really hear underwater, but
no, it's not a problem. Yeah, you let it out. This thing turns around. You see its neck start thrashing around as it tries getting clear of this area, now completely understanding that a much more dangerous thing than it occupies a space next to it. It's going to attempt to flee. It's under the effects of fear at this point. It is not feeling this. It just doesn't want to do anything with you anymore. So it's going to try to run.
I have it pinned.
Yeah, I know. I said it's going to try to run. Try to swim away. Thessalia, are you done?
No, that was just my first action.
Oh, shit.
Next is coming a flurry.
Okay. Fuck yeah, do it up.
So
26 hits.
that is 26.
Yep.
And my second attack.
Oh, unfortunately, that one's going to miss by 1.
Did you apply the frightened condition to it? Because that should drop its AC by 1.
Let me hold on.
Oh, baby.
Oh my God.
No. You
It's
called me
about
out.
to have some
That's awesome.
revelations about its life.
There we go.
Nice.
And let me just confirm. Yes, it does, in fact, drop its AC down by 1. You do hit on both. Roll your damage.
Oh my God, Dan. If this was Baldur's Gate, you would have been married by now.
That is 8 points of damage on the first one. That's going to be 12 points of damage. Yeah,
13 because of the forceful trait.
I don't think we need to worry about that. That is fucking awesome.
Yeah, so what that looks like is like he's still clamped down on this, just comes in and just goes at its neck at the weak spot. And just probably a little bit too overkilly, like over aggressive, like okay, it's dead.
But you come in for that attack with your claws. The neck is now beginning to just sprout blood. The entire of it, it's like a loose fire hose. All of it just screaming out in pain until finally it begins to loll down. Its body, no longer under its own control, starts to sink underneath the surface. Looks like you guys won this round.
Oh fuck.
You hear coming from under the surface.
Oh, it sounds like a cliffhanger if I ever heard it.
And that it is. We'll see you guys next week.
Oh man.
God damn it.
For those of you just tuning in, this has been foreshadowed. So for us, it's really cathartic. For those of you who rated in, it might seem a little bit gimmicky, but I promise you, it fits in with the narrative.